especially this late in the playoffs, because it was the only game being played. Everyone was watching, and everyone saw them get beat by 42. But as embarrassing as Game 3 was, and with their pride back on the line tonight, Alex Caruso said, we've just got to get back to being ourselves and not let the Timberwolves dictate the terms. The Thunder have only lost back-to-back games twice this season, and head coach Mark Daigneault said his team has been really good all year at responding to the emotions of each game, win or loss. But he said sometimes it's good to taste your own blood after getting punched in the mouth. The challenge now, Daigneault said, is to learn from it and be the team that throws the punches in Game 4. Mike?
All right, Lisa, so the question now, which side will have the momentum after Game 4? Will it be 2-2, or will Oklahoma City bounce back and take a commanding lead? Game 4, Western Conference Final is coming up.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back, welcome back. What's going on, my boy East Metro in the house? We got Volts in. What up? Hey, Dot. What's good, everybody? Woo! These playoffs are trucking along. Before we know it, we're going to be at the point where we're drafting a new rookie. Not us, but Brian Gregory. My name's Brian Gregory, and I'm friends with Matt Ishbia. So I think I deserve this job. That bitch better make a good pick. I'll get off his back if he does. I'll become a Brian Gregory stan. All right? An absolute stan. But not yet. Hey. All right, they're doing intros. Where's Sundo, you say? Or you think to yourself? That's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering where this front-running son of a bee, this mealy-mouthed, mealy mouth. I want to know where he's at. What up, Chris Hall? I saw that today. Hey, Dot. So what are we looking at then? Are we looking at Chris Quinn and Michigan State boy? Ooh, I swear to God, if but I heard it was 3 coaches. I heard Sydney Sweeney herself, Chris Quinn, and your boy from Cleveland. Show some respect. He's as bald as I am. Wow, they cut his audio.
Welcome back to NBA.
All right, I guess we're not getting it.
Here in Minneapolis, loyal Timberwolves fans dream of an
Well, what's good, man? What'd you guys do today?
36-year history in the NBA. They've never been to the NBA.
I went to bed pretty much right after the stream last night. I was still so tired. Woke up at like 5:30 in the morning. Got up, started working on like the thumbnail for today, and played a little bit of Ark. Me and my wife went grocery shopping at like 8 a.m., 6, 7 a.m. Man, it feels like a long time ago. It's crazy. That was just earlier today. Then we went to First Watch for some breakfast. All right. It's pretty good. Sundo. Yeah, hopefully. I don't think he's still streaming. So we got Chris Quinn, Sweeney, and Johnny Bryant. Hey, Dot, are you sure on that? You sure that's the final 3? Because people are saying final 2. Oh, yeah, we got First Watch here. We got First Watch here. They even got First Watch in Omaha. I think First Watch is like kind of a universal ting, you know? That's a big old company. Need coffee. We need Sundo. All right? We need Sundo so we have a real man here.
Changes everything. And
but you know what he's doing. I'll probably be there about halfway through. You know? Talk about that $1 million bacon. Yeah, I almost got it today, but I just can't abide by bacon prices like that, man. They be charging too much for that. And they're only going to give you, like, how many strips? How many strips does it come with? They're squabbling up. I mean, where is our guy? For breakfast, it just depends. Honestly, man, sometimes I get bored and I want to switch it up. Sometimes I'll be like, let's go sausage today instead of bacon. But normally bacon. I normally will go bacon. Yeah. It really depends on the restaurant. Some places obviously do bacon and sausage better than others, so. Actually, oh my gosh, the reason why it feels long is because that was 2 days ago. This morning, I made French toast at home for me and Katie. That's what, yeah. Pay no attention to my memory, all right? Because it is not there. What up, Ricky? Ricky Rod. Is it healthier? I mean, it's all coming from a pig, so what's the diff? What's the difference between health-wise? You know? There's this place here called Snooze AM. It's a breakfast. I can't remember what it's called. Snooze AM breakfast. I don't know. Anyways, they make this breakfast Sammy with a sausage patty and like folded scrambled eggs with cheese already in them. And like it comes with this hollandaise sauce and it's got a pretzel bun, but it's like really soft. It's like a brioche pretzel bun. Might be the best breakfast sandwich I've ever had. It is perfect. But like I wouldn't ask them, switch it out for bacon. No, that sausage can stay. You know? I wish hot dogs came from one source, but normally it's 3 sources, and I ain't happy about them.
We were the aggressive, we were up, we were active, and we made all the small plays. Don't forget the heart of what we were talking about.
Your boy Chris Finch talking, all right?
Take Holmgren out of the game. Take Williams out of the game. You guys did a really good job there. Establish the standard that we need to play to right now. Let's go out and do it again. Here we go. Let's go.
What a job from Chris Finch as his Timberwolves.
Happy Memorial Day, Daniel Barry. Hope y'all had a good one.
They lost. That's their vaunted starting 5. For their head coach, Mark Degnault, says they have a track record of turning it around. Of course, for the Minnesota starting 5, what a performance from the opening quarter.
Really interested to see what's going to happen with this game. Like, is OKC going to be like the Suns? Like, oh, you figured us out. Now we don't know what to do. Now we're scrambling. Or
these playoffs in so many.
Are they going to
different
come back and
series.
actually be able to handle this?
When they ask
Because
about the playoffs, they say don't get too high, don't get too low. But that's
telling
the
you,
trick. It's an emotional roller coaster. Physically, mentally, there is so much going on.
they got their
And then you get
asses
the opportunity to watch
whooped
a team answer.
last
It
game.
was the first time in this series that Minnesota came with greater force and physicality. It was the first time Oklahoma City felt like they had been on their heels in this series in quite some time. Can they get back to who they are?
Well, Minnesota was impressive in their reaction to the win postgame. You heard phrases like, hey, they still have a 2-1 lead. We're still down in this series. It's the first step in the right direction. They knew it's only one game, and a loss here tonight would put OKC right back in the commanding driver's seat. And Julius Randle, a big part
Randle was
of that
balling
victory
last
Saturday
game.
night. The crowd is ready. Man, the crowd was just explosive on Saturday night. Meanwhile, OKC trying to get this big win on the road, just 3-3 on the road in these playoffs. They score a lot less on the road, and they allow a lot more points on the road. They allow 15 points per game more. All
right, here's the jump. Rudy gets it. 25 watching already. What's up, everybody? Please help us out. Hit that Liz Ike Bizutton, if you don't mind. Gobert. Trying to get it to, damn, Dort all over Edwards. Dort takes a little rough screen. Gobert bricks a dunk. Corner three for J-Dub is good. That's too open. I'm sorry. Yes, I mean, Ricky, he led us to believe that. He led us to believe he'd be here. You know? Is he going to lead us astray?
He allowed Julius to get to that strong left hand. His touch is incredible.
Anybody in playback need a VIP, or are we all good? Oh, Sundo's spectating over here, which means he's soon to join, I would think. You know?
He was just 3 of 9 from the field.
But is he going to bamboozle us?
McDaniels. Everybody hitting shots to start this one off.
McDaniels with a nice bucket.
At home, 5-1 here at the Target Center in the playoffs. Williams tosses up a wild shot, ball deflected. And
that's going to be Timberwolves ball.
They say Minnesota ball.
Did they fly your boy Scott Foster in to keep this close?
Don't forget Jaden's 6'10". That fadeaway is on point.
Conley using the screen, gets a good clean look.
Conley in and out. Man, I went to summer school once. I had to go to summer school one summer. I should have gone every summer, to be honest. What up? Wait, what's your intro music gonna be?
I don't know. I don't remember.
No chance. That's what you got. Dun it. Dun it.
Offensive rebounding is a lot easier for Chet Holmgren in that spot.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but sure.
You don't want Vince McMahon intro music?
With that
yes, you do. Yes, you do. I got 3 supercomputers in my brain at all times.
Well, look at the shift. Again, you
have
Julius
space
Randle.
He's I have space for computers in my brain at all times.
We saw none of this in game
You know what would be
3.
dope is if we could modify Kane's first ever intro to be yours. So it'd be like McMahon saying, that's gotta be Sundo! You know? Conley for 3. That's gotta be Sundo!
There's just a calmness he brings.
Maybe we could get some like pyrotechnics to play on screen when you join. Maybe you could lift up like this and then motion for the pyrotechnics, you know? Dort pumping, Dort getting strizzipped, and Fizz Owl going to the line.
The adrenaline is flowing on the defensive end on both sides.
So special situation plays, sideline, baseline,
Bismack
out of bounds.
says,
Off the
very
rebound,
not
back
hot
off of Rudy,
take.
who is an
Sundo is
exceptional
basically the same
screener over
person
the
as
course of his
Vince
time.
McMahon.
Screen assist, he knows the angle, gets Mike Conley.
You got called out, and I think he's right. And also earlier he said Sundo lies a lot, man.
Who are we talking about?
Don't ban him. Don't get retribution. You're looking for retribution.
I'm not even looking at the chat. I'm not even watching the game right now. Okay? I'm literally watching this band called Ginger. Okay. Live on YouTube right now. So whoever's talking, you're not even in my wavelength right now. Not even
He's
at the
too
forefront
big
of my
for you,
mind.
Busy.
I'm here for the paycheck, not it. Okay.
Well, and look, you got
So start hitting the likes and start sending this man donos.
Don't even have the chat open yet. I got distracted by this other thumbnail.
AE up to McDaniels. That's an Daniels. How's that not a foul? He got rocked on the dunk. Okay, I think they are calling it a foul. You can't hit him that hard when he's in the air, bro. That's dangerous. What kind of pass was that?
Always live ball turnovers, particularly top of the floor. You're going to get a 2-on-1 situation, and Jaden, big time challenge. And how about?
So did you hear about the coaching search today?
Yeah, that's definitely.
No,
It was
what
a
happened?
late whistle, but the right call.
Your boy is not tapped in. Y'all's hero is not tapped in.
Well, I'm a liar. Okay, I'm a liar, and I don't know anything.
Bismack, you might be getting banned soon. He said, I miss the old Sundo. He misses the old Sundo.
Give him that much space.
Man, like the old Kanye. You know? Oh! There's his retribution. That was quick.
10 seconds.
You know?
And Dort the rebound. That's some strong defense.
Unfortunately, Metro's in the house tonight. Shea loses his dwibble. They save it for him. He's got Conley. Barbecue chicken. Dort for three. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. He is terrible at shooting, bro. He looks like a football player who's being allowed to shoot with a backpack on. It's just never going in.
All the time, and there's no contest. That's an easy way out. You got to take the hard way out.
This is such a specific.
But you knew what it meant because you've seen it at recess before or at the end of a school day.
Description.
Double team knocked away by McDaniels, picked up by Edwards.
Man.
Oh my gosh, here are the bots already.
Minnesota got that intensity again tonight. There's a offensive rebound that turns into a three from McDaniels.
McDaniels 8 of the 13 points. The spin move. Back out Dort. A contested three. Got it.
So I found out why Katie doesn't like wrestling.
Why?
Because
4.5 minutes in, they had 14 points total.
her stepdad, she likes her stepdad. She has a good relationship with her stepdad, but her stepdad and stepsister loved it. They'd be watching it super loud. And Katie and her mom would be like in the other room just talking or in her
What? What?
and so she loves her mom. Her and her mom had like the best relationship, mother and daughter, you know. So it's just a thing where it's like I think she was in a situation that, but today I was watching it this morning and she kept peeking and she was starting to laugh and she was asking questions. Okay.
Both teams so good defensively. Gilgeous Alexander using the left hand.
Starting to
Shea with the finish.
Around the corner. What are you watching? What are you watching, Dave?
Uh-huh.
Game 3
No, I was watching it. I was watching it on the 75-inch TV in the bedroom. Okay.
Randall threw it behind. Edwards trying to hold on. Dort comes up with it.
You have any more of those Ric Flair reels, babe?
Hartenstein,
if he had a midi, he'd turn and pull, but he must not. J-Dub crossing over, getting to the rack, kicks it out to Chet. I don't smoke meth, Holmgren. Blocked and sent flying. McDam Daniels. Wow.
I like
What
that.
up, Asia?
He has childhood trauma. Facts.
Well, she said her stepdad loved Stone Cold and her stepsister loved The Rock.
But nobody loves Kurt Angle. You know what I mean?
Kurt just, you know.
Ray George says, who y'all got going to the finals? That's a great question. Well, I mean, at first I had OKC in Indiana, but
but now you're being swayed by recency bias.
I'm being a front runner. Okay. Now my preference is those two teams because then you're gonna get a first time championship.
I think it's gonna be those two. I think those two will even themselves out, but not gonna lie, it is pretty. I was surprised that Minnesota won by as much as they did. But do you think it was about our age, or do you think it was about the era and people not understanding what heel work was?
I just think
I think people didn't get it back then.
Well, I think that's part of it too. That's why Kurt Angle is now respected more now because people are now in on it and they kind of understand. These old people dancing? I can't tell. Yes, it is old people dancing. Okay. Anyway, because I didn't want to get catfished here until I saw that old man dancing. Then I also thought something else about that old man for a minute.
Oh yeah, Asia. I've been
I know
bald.
you're looking at these old ladies and you're like, the oatmeal is looking good.
I don't think so. Okay.
Anyway, I think because people now know that Kurt Angle, they're on the art form, so yes, they respect Kurt Angle more. I also think just because Stone Cold and The Rock were just that hot and that good at the time.
That anyone that tried to compete with them was yeah. But I feel like you look at the way John Cena's heel now, and people are like, they understand what being a heel is, and maybe you give it up to Thanos. Maybe it was really Thanos that made being a bad guy cool. Maybe it's before Thanos, but I feel like Thanos really was the one where people were like, this dude's making some good points, all right? And just because he's a bad guy don't mean he's not a badass. But there wasn't much of that. Undertaker, maybe? Was Undertaker a face? Technically?
Undertaker was technically a face.
How could he have been a face when he was
heel for a short amount of time? When he first got in, he was heel. He quickly turned face because people just ended up loving him so much. I think he had I think the American Badass was meant to be a heel run, but even then, people just,
I don't think it was meant to be a heel run. I think it was meant to just be an evolution in his character.
Well,
he was just trying to
I think
change.
They intended it to be heel and just, you know what I mean?
Not with that intro song. You can't have that intro song and not be a face.
Yeah. The Undertaker just can't be heel. That's just what it comes down to. He could just at that point he could have. When he first got into wrestling, he was supposed to be. He was making kids cry. It was
Yao Ming in the house.
He was making the children making them cry. Okay.
That was a foul. That was a foul. Poor Chet. J-Dub screen. J-Dub lefty scoop. That's a Devin Booker lay.
I just feel like the burner Yao Ming account tweeting or chatting in Chinese is absolutely ridiculous.
It's just Yao. Yao likes the show.
Really was Yao, bro.
That'd be crazy.
I'm pretty sure the real Yao would know how to speak English.
I'm pretty sure the real Yao
Confirmed.
has, better things to do.
Exactly. But in case it is the real Yao, I don't think it is because, like I said, the real Yao knows how to speak English according to Shaq. Thank you, my brother.
True.
And this is where the foul occurs. Look at him lay out to try to make that play. I'll take that foul any day of the week.
That's a typical Lou Dort play. Nas Reed in the game, lost the dribble.
Uh-oh.
From Jalen Williams.
Nice steal from Chat. Ooh, nice little push cross.
I don't want to go there right now.
He wants to go to Japan.
Absolutely.
All right.
Hey, ni hao.
Oh, Mr. Sando-san, hey!
Bro, you remember when TikTok was going to get banned for like 2 seconds?
Mm-hmm. And then they manipulated Trump, and he was like, all right, they like me, I'm saving it.
Sure.
They did. They played him, bro. I'm not going to lie. They played him.
Sure. I guess so, but that's not what I was talking about. Anyway.
Your boy.
So people were downloading the Red app, which was like the Chinese version of TikTok, and just giving people their private information.
Anyway. They're like, I don't care. Give me some reels.
Yeah. So like, I didn't download the app, and my buddy was telling me like all the dudes that were on there, and like they were running into like thirst talk or thirst, whatever the thirst portion of Chinese the Red app was. And bro, let me tell you, dudes is going crazy in the comments talking about ni hao fine shit, like all sorts of stuff. Like dudes,
there were fine shits.
Dude, my buddy, yeah, just trust me, it was kind of nuts.
This is your
Gabe,
type music.
Can you give the people a Sumo Hachimura voice? First of all, Gabe never came up with that, so like
that's a Sundo
put some respect
move
on my name.
That's a Sundo move.
He's metro.
Ni hao, fine shit.
Y'all are just some haters, bro.
But listen to this music. Okay? This is Sundo music. This is the type of shit.
Who is this? Who is this even?
I can't remember. It's a good song, though.
Anyway. I mean, since this is too racist, man. Look, you came in here. You came in here starting at Yao.
Yeah, why'd you have to be Chinese, Yao?
Yeah, why'd you type in Chinese?
That's too much bait for us. All right,
it's the off season. We are not politically correct right now. And not even that we were that politically correct during the season. But what little what's the word I'm looking for? What little governor we had's gone. Okay, during the
tiny bit of self control. Tiny bit.
I'm not going to do that right now.
Maybe if somebody Japanese shows up in stream.
Yeah, maybe. And I'll really try to offend them. Dang, Bismack, that's rude.
Busy crazy. Just wants to be the only NBA center in the chat. That's all that is.
Is that freaking the Timberwolves legend, Pat Beverly?
I guess so. And he's out here hoping he gets, some sort of
standing on the announcers.
Remember me. Remember me.
Like Tom Cruise is on them couches.
Ni hao.
Yeah, them outfits are out of control.
Ni hao.
Yeah, them outfits are out of control, bro.
How
there you go, Gabe, right there.
How knee.
Right there for
how knee. I assume how knee is the opposite.
So no, she get your Bismack. Will you quit suggesting me to get every freaking stereotypical, culturally stereotypical haircut? Okay, just relax.
Besides, and you're exposing your whiteness by calling them dreads. Okay, That's not what we call them. Okay? By the way, I'm thinking whenever we say SVP, we have to do it like this from now on. SVP. Okay? Yes! Thank you for understanding that. All right?
Coaches talk about it. Unless it's going to take one of my guys out of the game, I'm going to save it for later.
We're just SVP.
Getting some minutes again with the deflection. Another forced turnover. Game 3 was the first time in the entire playoffs that
Maybe a t-shirt with your face on RVD's head saying SVP.
Turnover and a couple more points off.
Mentions we coming from Gabe.
Hey.
The absolute sweet spot for him. 14 to 15.
You know.
I mean, even if he's a fifth, it counts.
well, the Thunder weathered that early storm.
If
Yeah,
one
I'm
thing that
more
we
than a
do know,
fifth,
that's-
baby.
If there's one thing that we do know, 3 fifths do count.
Long distance shot from Naz Reid.
Nas for 3 ski.
But had not been shooting the 3-ball well. Played much better
A
in game
rainbow bandana.
3. Williams answers right back. Jalen Williams is 3 for 3 from long range.
Better start closing that space, DB.
I don't think I have seen that, Alex. Terminator freak out from Christian Bale. Is that the one where the dude was walking behind the
The SGA Caruso.
But yeah, I think 20% is a fifth.
Can't get that one to go. Ball batted out of bounds. They say it's going to
Right?
get away.
20% is exactly a fifth.
Yeah.
Tonight's playoff brought to you by ESPN Bet, the official sports book of ESPN. TNT 2.
So, no, I know you're the Drewski guy. Definitely. No.
Bro, part of the skit I saw last night, because there's so many clips going around, is he goes home to his extremely white parents, and they're like, and it's dinner time. They're like, "Why are you dressing like that, Preston?" He's like, "Man, what y'all talking about?" And they're like, "No, Preston, sit down, sit down." And he sits down. And his white parents are so mad that he's trying to fit in the hood, and his
Preston.
name is Preston.
No, Preston.
Okay.
Preston is such a crazy name, bro.
It's like he Googled top 5 whitest names on the planet, and Preston was number 1.
And then his handle tight enough, and how about the pass?
I mean, I know, but here's the. You want to hear something funny? I know more black Prestons than I do white Prestons.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Points. You also had that really strong game 1.
Appreciate you, Yao Ming.
Alexander Walker answers back.
Sure, Alex. I might be able to make that happen.
From 3 now.
500K, he'd adopt your whole family. Okay?
Both teams shooting lights out to start.
Shea shoots the 3. That was beautiful. That was actually gorgeous, man. Dead on in Rudy's face. That is tough.
That they're giving Shea that much space.
Oh my gosh, DiVincenzo. We got Case and Wallace fighting versus Rudy Gobert.
Going to go against Rudy Gobert.
Well, and look,
Is that Little Richard, ref?
Watch the patience. He takes his time. Here, Rudy's in a good spot. Now here, in my opinion, Rudy's got to get up and then depend on the help defender, because that's an uncontested shot for Shea, especially after he's already hit one.
By the way, Anthony Edwards has not taken a shot yet.
AE hasn't taken a shot yet? What does that even mean?
On a foul. Gilgeous Alexander tried to get through 2 defenders. Neither
Honestly, haven't been paying attention enough. Yes, Katie, all the babies are inside. How long till you get home?
And that is why the ball comes loose.
Also, the foot, a bit of a trip. Not much. Again, with all the contact that's going on, but that appeared to be a foul.
I'm gonna send you this reel. This reel's ridiculous, bro. This is all.
Greetings, National
This is the type of stuff we be arguing about. Just dumb
Enjoy this
stuff.
break in the action to disappear for a moment and stretch your legs to regroup. Buckle your seatbelts, folks.
Bro, who's the actress that plays Sue Storm?
And now back to the
In what
Game
movie?
4 showdown.
In the
new
new
one?
yeah.
I have no clue. I don't pay attention.
Just for research purposes.
For research purposes, he says, with Katie in the chat, caught in 4K.
It's not for me. It's for
For Lordy. Okay, got
It's
it.
for Lordy's research purposes. Not Jessica Alba. Although she was one of one. Okay? Let's be honest. Damn, DiVincenzo.
You have to be able to operate under duress if you're a ball handler. And the one way to attack pressure or to beat pressure is
Shea.
to attack pressure downhill. And that's what Dante
Little
did.
tween. Bink, bink.
Vanessa Kirby.
Bink. Never seen her in anything. I can't think of anything she's ever been in.
Well, is gorge. I can't deny that.
Just gorge, that's all. Nothing crazy.
From OKC.
Almost 2 gorge for Susan Storm, okay? I need my caked up Susan Storm in Marvel Rivals is what I need. Okay? Speaking of, when's the last time you played Rivals?
It's been close to a week.
And then there's the foul.
And you might want to get back on that. Don't want to mess up your rank, you know what I'm saying?
I know. I just started getting bored with it because
you have no friends.
Well, I don't mind playing solo. I like playing solo.
I'm Han Solo. I'm Han Solo.
You know, it's just
Edwards had 30 points, 9 rebounds, 6
I don't know, man. It's just
in that game 3
there's so many Smurfs, and it's so toxic. I'm tired of the toxicity of
That's
the
really
game.
the
Like if everybody could just be chill and have a good time. But it's like, bro, you're in platinum and you're bragging about winning. Like, what makes you this way? Just stop. You're not good. None of us are good.
Wallace guarded by Edwards.
Somebody's always just people are always talking. It's like, shut up.
Edwards the rebound.
You know, and it's such a like I really gotten sick of the fact that it's not optimized for good gameplay, like good competitiveness. It's just optimized to try to trick you into playing longer. So it'll put you on 6-game losing streaks, and then it puts you on a 6-game win streak. And you can tell when you're in the loser's queue, and you can tell when you're in the winner's queue. It's like obvious.
Yep.
And that's a NetEase thing. NetEase is notorious for that.
That's not. I mean, that's a Madden thing. That's what Madden does for Ultimate Team.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. All those games will do that. All those games do that type of stuff. Any game like that will do that.
We got Kevin Durant in the house, just chilling and relaxing, being a chill guy.
Minnesota shoots 63% from the field, and they're down 7.
Should the Suns hire a black coach or a white coach? It doesn't matter, Stu. Like, why would that matter? Just hire a good coach.
Yep, just get the right guy. You know? I would hire a coach who was like, you know, from another country that doesn't even like have great English speaking skills, like Igor Kostkov, if it was the right choice. But they did give him shit for that. They were like, he's not the right coach. He doesn't even speak English. The players can't understand him. Do you remember that? Some xenophobic ass shit. You little mealy mouth xenophobes. We gotta start saying mealy mouth more. We have to start putting in more stone coldisms. Okay? Alex said he wants an Eskimo coach. Imagine he wears
come on, bro, get it right.
Inuit, and imagine he wears like the full like coat and ice boots and everything. That it's like, what are we doing here? Personally, I'd like that.
Emailed us. Now, what the reason is why you're not calling him back? His name is Rich.
think your dog wants to go outside and chase something.
Yeah, I think Mrs. Sundo's friends are leaving because they were here. So I think that's just what he's barking about because he's a freaking needy little turd. You're outside? No, I'm not. Park. Shut up!
Pretty much.
Stupid ass dog, bro.
It's like they really think that they've set a whole different set of rules that need to be followed. And if you don't follow their rules, they'll just cook you. Stu says he's starting to research Ott. Oh, why? Because you know he's going to be the next coach because he's from Michigan State and he's in the top 3. Like when I saw that today, I was like,
"Oh my gosh, is that really the case?"
Yeah, they're preparing us, man. You know, what are the odds that all the right decisions for who to sign for this team are all Michigan Staters? At least I can say I am glad that Michigan State is a reputable top-tier college program. Because imagine if he was from Nebraska like me, and he's just hiring ex-Husker coaches and ex-Husker scouts, you'd be like, no! The Huskers, hello, ni hao! Get out of here! But like with the Huskers, you'd be like, you guys can't even win in college. Why are you running our NBA program?
So far?
Both teams are competing really hard. It's a physical game, but we set a good tone in the first quarter.
What's working defensively for Lou on Anthony?
Stu says keep Fizz.
5-man defense, but good pressure. He's been in his pocket the whole time.
I don't know, man. I feel like Fizz would be a bust. I just do.
Caruso misses a 3. Terrence Shannon Jr. getting some early minutes once again. He's become
Do your thing.
in the rotation. Was terrific in game 3.
Conley to A-Dub, back to Conley. Screen from Nas. If he would have made a connection, it would have been a foul. It was a terrible screen. J-Dub intercepts the pass anyways and gets a little dunk.
8 turnovers, 8 points off. This is who OKC is. You are helping them to score.
Alex, he's got Nas! He's got a Great Dane. And I can't remember what the other type of dog is. Really cute, though. Really cute.
Snatches the rebound. Alexander Walker.
Oh, intercepted. Out of bounds, though. Sorry, deflected. Out of bounds.
See, for me, look, you got 2 bigs.
Chris Stu, what are you worried about Quinn? Quinn, to me, seems like the best choice, but I don't know, you know.
And then getting open. They're just letting these guys hit the passing lanes. That's the disadvantage of having bigs play on the perimeter versus guards.
Zach Sarva having a little chat. Caruso and Randall were pushing and shoving each other before the ball inbounded.
Terrence Shannon over to your boy Randall. Randall quadruple teamed, really. Kicks it out to Shannon, who almost bails that situation out, but he misses.
That's his second.
Watch the convergence. Julius Randle, Anthony Edwards, they're never going to lack for company. This team, Oklahoma City.
How's that not 3 seconds, by the way, and by the by, and by the way? But also by the by, it doesn't make any sense. Chet pumping, driving, dunking.
That paint just open up and an
dang.
2 for Holmgren. His second field goal. Lead back up to 9, equaling the largest.
Yeah, Alex, I was high on him because I watched him fry my Huskers in the tournament, and I saw firsthand what he's capable of.
Alexander Walker connects.
Alexander Walker, beautiful contested 3, and it's within 6.
Now 6 of 12 from 3-point range. That's what keeps them close despite all the turnovers. Minnesota only down by 6 now.
Well, so let's take it a step further then, Stu. What's the reason for that? Why do you think it's not going to come through his personality? Like, what do you know that I don't? Case and Wallace for 3. No good. Had to rush it a little bit. Shannon with the board. Gets the ball right back. He gonna go coast to coast. He gonna scoop lay through Chet. So impressed with him because he's a rookie. Doing that shite as a rookie is badass. You know? Chet, that was badass too. NGL, 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 TBH, NGL. Shannon to the rack. Fouled, going to the line. Bro's a motor right now. An offensive motor.
So is screaming, though, because if there's a foul here on Shannon, he wants the exact contact on Chet. But to me, this is just a missed stumble. A little bit of contact there, but that's two guys on the same spot of the floor. And how about this defense from Mike Conley on Jalen Williams?
Damn.
He's thinking he's got a mismatch, and Mr. Conley says, I've been doing this a long time.
Shannon hits.
Mike Conley during the regular season had 4 block shots total for the whole season. He's a really good defensive player. NBA All-Defense at one point.
You know?
But that was quite the rejection. Meanwhile, Shannon comes in. The bench right now for Minnesota. They have 19 of their 38 points. And this rookie from Illinois, boy, they got something
hits.
from him. Didn't play a lot during the regular season. It's a numbers game. Sometimes it's tough on a veteran team. He says, I'll wait my turn. But when his turn comes, he produces.
We got J-Dub bringing it up. Shannon guarding. Screen from Isaiah Joe. Handoff and gets it right back from Hartenstein. Beautiful Euro. Fouled. Going to the line. Damn, Isaiah. Re-racks. I don't know, Metro. Sometimes things stick, sometimes they don't, you know?
We know him as that, but you got to know your own scouting report. If people are going to jump up on that three-point line, you have to work on that downhill game, and that's what he does to get an easy bucket.
Mark Daigneault says pound for pound, he's as physical as any player that he has on his roster.
That's a bold statement considering some of the dudes he's got on his roster, Mike.
Another second-round pick, Richard. First couple of years with the Sixers, misses the free throw. Ball batted out. Hartenstein's been around for a lot of those.
Wallace to the rack. Ooh, kicks it out to Kendrick Williams. That was beautiful. What a three. Conley to your boy. They kick it out to Shannon. If he hits this, oh my God, he is ready for the moment. Wow. I feel like his toe was on the line. I wonder if they're going to look at that.
Williams alley-oop to Hartenstein.
Hartenstein with the dunk.
Jalen Williams doing a little bit of everything for his team. That's the norm.
Chris says, I just know he can't close a deal to be head coach and wonder if that... How do you know he can't close a deal? Isn't he in the finals? He still has some time to close that deal, you know? What makes you think that either of the other coaches are going to be able to translate their shtick to the Suns? You know, Hartenstein, nice rebound. There's no way. I didn't see a foul. I guess I need to see that again. Yeah, Alex, he's having a little coming out party.
Again, just working, getting out in transition.
Yeah, Major, we would have got fried by either of these teams. We needed to go back to the drawing board. We got to get Bradley Beal out of this place, and that'll, I think, have a big impact. If you could get anything for Bradley Beal, even a second-round pick, oh my God.
Like, use their thought process against him. He's doing unbelievable work on the glass.
If you don't have to pull a Nurkic and trade away, you know, something great to get rid of him, like if you don't have to pull I mean, that was a first rounder. If you don't have to pull a DA and trade a Tamani away to get rid of Beal. Dort knew he couldn't hit, so he throws it away. Instead of shooting, probably just should have shot that and whiffed.
Such tenacity on the
Shannon
defense of both teams. Gobert
whips it down to Gobert. Case and Wallace
defense.
playing good defense on the big man.
First foul on Case and Wallace.
I do like Nori. Nori is my second choice. But, bro, did Nori not make the second or third round of coaches? Like, I didn't hear Nori still in it. That's crazy. How's Nori not in it?
This will be the 5th and 6th free throws from Minnesota. OKC has taken 5 so far.
Blop, blop. Think about what that means. Think about what that means when in a year from now or 2 years from now, Ryan Dunn is second or first team all defense and Tamani's first team and second team all defense. And you're like, wow, we really traded 2 all NBA defenders away to get rid of mistakes. Like, I don't think you want to have to do that. I really don't. It's a step too far, man.
Williams, the rebound.
You got to stop the bleeding.
6-point lead for OKC.
Back to the zone with Rudy to Richard's point at the high point of it.
Case and
Wallace for 3, hits it. Hitting threes and defending Rudy Gobert.
Under 57% from the field.
Oso I would do. Oso you can trade. Because Oso, while I love him and like his potential, he'll never be able to shoot anywhere outside of a floater. And so I'm okay with trying to replace him.
So DB matched up that zone last time. Before, that's supposed to be a wing player. See, Rudy should step up. That should be Nickeil Alexander that's there. Rudy should be at the top like they were the first time.
Baby, do you mind bringing me a jug of coffee so I can fill this up? Or maybe filling it up for me since I'm streaming to 10 people live. And that's a big number, baby. Thank you. Huh? I don't know, man. You never know with your boy, you never know with your boy, Brian Gregory at the helm. We don't know what that dude's going to do. Remember when Sundo was here and he was like, I'll be right back? That was funny, right? Those were good times. Explain that, bloppable. I don't get the same people who want to tell me Dunn is such a great defensive player, or the same people who want us to get, because having 2, look at what the Knicks were able to do with 2 elite wing defenders. OG Anunoby and Mikhail. Why are you okay with just having 1? We need at minimum 2 elite wing defenders. Getting Mikhail back and adding him to Ryan Dunn is a perfect wing. Like, our defense is basically fixed at that point. Save it for the need to get rim protection. You know, like, you still need to have a rim protector. But you need more than 1, man. He says, the same people that tried to convince me all year that he was a 3-point shooter while consistently shot 2 for 7, while 4 of those were wide open threes. I don't think anybody was saying Ryan Dunn is a great shooter, but people have been saying that he can become a good shooter. He just needs reps. Alex says, like the Cavs with Hunter and Okoro. It's a vibe. And then they have, what's his face? Jared Allen to protect the paint. You need defenders, not just 1. Go look at Dunn's stats. I guarantee you're not going to find 50 games where he shot better than 50% from 3. Well, let's take a look at what he was on the year. Okay? Shall we? Thank you, baby. Let's take a little look-see. Shall we?
Can come out and shoot 20 shots in the next 3 quarters, so you don't worry about it. But there's still something about how forceful you're playing downhill.
Edwards, by the way, this is his 41st playoff game. His playoff average, and that's a huge sampling. He's averaging 27.5 points per game in the playoffs. That's top 10 all time.
Regular season 3-point shooting. He averaged 31.1 from 3.
That's going to be his first. Crowd certainly doesn't like it. They're not in the penalty yet.
Not good. It's not good.
Is Anthony Edwards on Shea.
Good would be
walking into his space.
36-37%. He needs to be in that range.
I don't love it.
Shea's drawing that foul, dude.
Absolutely.
He's drawing.
Chat to Shea. Shea, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I think Shea was tripped on that play. That was an actual foul, nothing there, but it looked like he was tripped, or he tripped over his own feet. We'll have to check it out in the replay.
Trash.
Alexander Walker, McDaniels. Dort is attached to Edwards wherever he goes, trying to fight over screens. Edwards gets
AE Euro kicks it out to A Dub. 3 is good. We got a good game on our hands.
Got 11 points in 8 minutes off the bench.
Great job relocating by Alexander Walker.
Well, that's also, just being an ass. That's all that is.
Edwards slips and falls.
Edwards, spin move, falls.
Gobert knocked away a couple of times. Holmgren picks it up.
Gobert loses it. Kenrich resets it to McDaniels. Get Kenrich out of the game. DiVincenzo to McDan. Good. Wow. That was a nice take. That was a nice finish for McDaniels. I didn't think he was going to make that. NGL.
They're down 5. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to fall. Rebound knocked loose out of bounds. And it's going to stay here.
OKC ball.
Williams and Caruso come in.
Hi, buddy.
Let's watch Minnesota working off.
Hi, buddy.
McDaniels, the little pitch. Dante sees a big attacking him on the closeout, and he goes, I'm going to go right at you. Nice little unselfish dish to your 6'10 partner.
Well, the officials just chatted, and they changed the call. So
well, now you're just looking for... That means he was a good shooter at home, Blop. That means he was probably, 35 at home? So, with a little bit of extra confidence from the home cooking, he's a better shooter. What happens when he gets more confidence from more reps? You just cooked yourself. All right? No, Metro, my Roddy's in the other room. My old man's laying in bed now. He just went outside for some mall walks.
Whistle and more free throws. He only took 4 free throws in game 3. This will be his 3rd and 4th tonight.
Remember when Sundo was like, I'll be right back?
And he goes to body, and then offensive rebound. They have been attacking that offensive glass. That has helped them get those second opportunities.
Shea in and out.
They're winning on the margins again because they've gotten to the offensive window. They've forced turnovers. Their second chance.
What are you looking at me for?
They're out rebounding.
You want me to cover you up?
OKC does it. This is their formula.
8 offensive rebounds. There you see the numbers in this series. Big free throw attempts first 2 games.
Shea's free throw is good.
Goes 1 for 2 that time. Lead back up to 6. Largest lead was 9. Jaden McDaniels, another aggressive offensive game. DiVincenzo open. Can't get it. And
Chat with the board off the DiVincenzo miss.
Rebounds. OKC 16 to 8. Randall guarding SGA. Has some room. Three-pointer. It's good. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with his second three-pointer. 17 points here in the first half. McDaniels against Holmgren. Pull-up jumper. Won't go. And a loose ball foul against the Thunder. Both teams in the penalty, so free throws here.
He just walks into his space. Look, if you're going to give, and I understand why you give him the space. For me, you would want Shai to shoot.
Got a 3-ball there.
Downhill, but you still have to make him feel you.
Shai hitting in center's faces like it's going out of style.
Basically shooting a set shot. Too easy, too open.
He just picked up Gilgeous-Alexander his first foul. Gobert,
you know what word I want to block on Twitter? I want to block.
I don't know what Rudy Gobert was even at in the line.
I want to block.
If anything, you try and dupe the rest
Streamer University.
DiVincenzo has had a good impact here in the first half. Wednesday night, Game 5, back in Oklahoma City. Will it be 2-2 or 3-1? Coverage gets underway. NBA countdown 7:30 Eastern. Tip off shortly after 8:30.
Sean Sweeney. I'm pretty sure Sean Sweeney's from Michigan State too. Am I to believe that 2 of the final 3 finalists are the 2 Michigan State alum? What are we doing? I gotta look it up because I put a little Michigan State logo on the thumbnail for the guys that see here.
SGA calmly walks to the free throw line.
They're putting him a little bit more.
Okay, no. The other one was the okay. The other one's not. Okay.
Arm is reaching in there, and as soon as Shai feels that, and there's contact on the elbow,
thank God.
This is why he's called the free throw merchant.
Every player in the league can do this. Now he drives more. He does
yeah,
more,
the Phoenix Spartans.
There, you try to raise your left hand to shoot a jump shot. And for me,
but Michael, luckily for us, Michigan State's not a bad university. Michigan State is a powerhouse year in and year out.
You were making the point.
You know, so at least we got that going for us.
Where you averaged 8 free throws.
Multiple times, and so
he's not pulling from, you know, Monmouth University because he went there.
And pull up the stats, NBA stats, pull them up a couple of times. Mike.
He's not pulling coaches and scouts from Bishop Sycamore, you know?
Randall's been quiet, just 2 points.
But still, it's annoying because it severely limits your options.
Comes up short, Gobert able to get the rebound.
Rudy going to the line. Shai might have hurt himself trying to block that shot.
And Rudy Gobert, good aggressive play on the boards.
Great pressure, though. I mean, this is OKC's defense. Tough fadeaway contest at the last second. And you foul this guy, right? You have to make Rudy make shots. He's got the weak side. Shai is the only
Twitter
one
is crazy, man. Twitter is so crazy.
64% free throw shooter for his career. He's 2 for 6 coming into this game. 0 for 2, so 2 for 8 in the series.
We gotta send this to Sundo. Not that he'll ever be back, but you know.
With the late great Dikembe Mutombo. That's who Rudy Gobert reminds me of. Wasn't a great offensive threat, but Dikembe Mutombo would anchor your defense.
So
what
good.
happened?
I'm sending you something on Discord.
Yes, Rudy might not be. He's probably in the latter third of his prime, but he is so effective
Okay.
down there, especially when you play small.
Both of them multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Look at this tweet.
8-point game. Gilgeous-Alexander against Gobert.
And watch the video with the Dort pumping. Dort to Shai. Good 3. Had to take it. No good.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he's just a nerd, bro. He's just a nerd, and he doesn't know any better. He's legitimately a kid that was a nerd that has had extreme athletic ability.
Extreme!
But was such a nerd in school that didn't understand, right? Like, and so all he did was want to play football. He didn't know that he was attractive or anything like that. Then finally he comes up and he's like, what? I'm desirable? But I'm not worthy to be desirable because I'm a nerd, so I'm going to settle for this crazy chick. Either way, it looks
Meanwhile,
like
Blop Blop's been crashing out about Ryan Dunn.
Of course he has been. Why?
Because he don't think we need Ryan Dunn or Mikal Bridges. He thinks Ryan Dunn's trash. And that you overhype him.
Hey, bro, listen to this. Ceiling collapses in the theater during screening of new Final Destination movie. Heck no, bro. I'm gone. I'm gone, my guy. I'm gone, bro. And I ain't never watching the movies again.
Nope. So you look at him.
What's he crashing out for?
He just hates Ryan Dunn's guts.
Donkey balls is crazy.
You know? I think he's just he's still crashing out on this last season, which I respect.
Blah, this is a question you need to ask yourself. It's $1 million question. How do you go from one extreme to the other extreme as an owner?
Who's this? Nobody knows who DJ Ski and Jimmy Jam are. No one knows them. Those are the best celebs they have. What's your boy Gabeson Whitlock talking about over here on Twitter, huh? Your girl Doris Burke, bro.
Watch this. Pressure from in front and behind from the side.
Not.
At this point, I just do it because it just gets under your skin and it makes your skin crawl, bro.
Same with Alex Caruso. All defensive players, they are touching his body and making him feel him. That's what you talk about with force, playing with force.
2 field goal attempts in 17 minutes. And again, this is why OKC is such a great defense.
What is going on? Just relax. You're plugged in. All right, you're not plugged in. Okay?
Oklahoma City in the penalty, so Randall to the line. Randall just 2 points, 3 assists early on. They're now 8 of 13 from the free throw line. Randall, great game 1. Big struggle in game 2. Excellent bounce back in game 3. And so far, struggle here in game 4. Cuts the deficit to 7. Under 3 to play. Gilgeous Alexander already.
Yeah, DJ Sundo, that would actually move me, you know?
The floater's up, shot no
Shea floater, no good.
Randall, good tough rebound in traffic. Randall goes at Dort.
Randall trying to back down Big Daddy Dort. No way that's going in. Selfish take. Edwards rebound. Whips it to Conley. Out to McDaniels. No good. Gets his own rebound. Went straight to him. What are they doing at this point? Are they starting to, like, panic a little bit? Because they're starting to take selfish shots.
Where they worked so hard defensively, they just simply couldn't finish the possession with a rebound. Watch the scramble to all of these three-point shooters. But Chet goes through, right? You got to turn and box out. You can't give more effort on a three-point shot. You got to get right back in the play.
Again, the overall shooting numbers, they dipped a little bit last couple of minutes. Minnesota shooting 54%. They've got halftime presented by Hyundai coming up. There they are. Here in the building once again, getting ready to go.
Look at your boy Stephen A. Smith. Your boy. Okay.
My boy Stephen A. President Stephen A. Smith.
Your boy Stephen A. Smith.
Blasphemous.
Look like the League of Distinguished Gentlemen and One Lady.
Yes. Hey, this is a big 2 minutes to finish the half. This is a
Was Big Perk with them, looking like a whole bus?
Gets to the rim. Just a slight hesitation. The burst of speed. He's got 21 points in the first half.
Leave Perk alone, dog.
The timing of the
Perk blew up, bro. Perk blimped out.
Up into Edwards.
Blop blop, are you still all right? So I don't hate Ryan Dunn. I hate the idea that you guys all think he's better than he actually is. Jealous. I'm tired of the last 3 years Phoenix Suns fans fantasizing over below average garbage players. Jaded. I'm annoyed with Suns fans fantasizing over who we're going to sign a 10-day contract and who we're going to grab an undrafted from the draft because they had an amazing pro day. Suns fans do nothing but talk about players who are mediocre and then complain when our team is below mediocre. You hear this crash out?
Just let bro crash out.
Well,
it's fine. It's fine. Everybody's allowed to grieve in their own way.
He's grieving. All right. I have not seen it. Metro. Oh yeah. No, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Shot clock at 5. Wallace left-handed off the glass.
Oh, we got a foul against Chet going up for the rebound.
52 seconds remaining in the half. So free throws for OKC.
So we talk about it being a big 2 minutes. Right now, you got a layup, then you get Chet getting here fouled. You got a 24-second violation for Minnesota. So when you start looking at those final 5 possessions going in the end of quarter, end of halves, this is when you're talking about a big. There's a lot of momentum that can be won or lost in the final 2 minutes.
Think about what happened last night in the New York Knicks game. Jalen on the floor, they look like they're in trouble, Mike, and all of a sudden,
bro, Blop, I can't even watch Kill Tony. I just can't do it. I can never give that shit a view because I try.
Cut Cliff.
No, I do. I mean, I like his wrestling knowledge, but outside of that, you know, because he got hired to be a WWE writer for a while. But they wanted him to live in Connecticut.
Bristol.
Yeah.
Him to live in Bristol. And he was like, no.
Other than that, not a Cutcliffe fan. Okay? But his show is just... I can't stand cringe, and there's so much cringe with bad stand-up comedians. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Nice pass. Oh! A jump ball?
Defensive play, the Minnesota native.
Again, watch this late drop-off by Anthony Edwards. And then that's just a clean block there. That's the right call, the jump ball.
No foul here. That's a foul to me. Anthony Edwards, that's a foul.
Well, they'll jump. If Minnesota wins the tip, they have 2.7 to shoot. Chet Holmgren from Minnehaha Academy. A great high school player. Played a bunch of huge high school games in this arena. Won 4 state titles.
Oh my gosh. It went back to Randall and he gets stripped on the shot. What the what? Shea going to hold for close to the last shot. 2-second differential between game and shot going into halftime. Yeah, of course, Alex. It was a classic. Kaysen for 3. Oh, God, it actually looked good. 5 seconds. SGA step through off the backboard. No good. But they are up. Easy 8 points. What does AE have? 4 points for your boy AD. I mean, AE. You know?
And Jalen Williams with 15. OKC lost by 42 in game 3. A terrific bounce back.
What do you got for us, Sundo? What do you got for us at halftime?
I got nothing, bro. You drug me here. I'm just here for the ride. Okay? It's a playoff game. I'm really just here for the chat and hanging out. You know what I mean? You just brought me here. Y'all forced me to be here. I'm just here so I don't get fined, like Marshawn Lynch says. You know what I'm saying, bro? Are you gonna watch Fantastic Four?
I'm gonna wait for some reviews, and if it sounds like trash, I'm not gonna waste my money or time.
Straight to DVD.
I don't like that they put Pedro Pascal in it.
I mean, he gonna be in everything, bro.
I'm sick of that. I'm sick of him.
Why are you sick of him, bro?
It doesn't matter. It
hate your own people, bro.
It doesn't matter.
You hate your own
who it is. Anybody who gets shoved in your face that much gets annoying. You just get sick of seeing their face.
He's back again. What are the chances that we see this guy twice?
So yeah, I guess he went from
Indiana to Minneapolis. I don't even want to watch this again. It's the same act, bro.
True. I'm sure he was, Alex. It's not even about whether, because he is a good actor. He's a really good actor. You know what he was really good in? Narcos. Really good in Narcos. I didn't need him to be every... Bro, they're going to have him playing Abraham Lincoln at some point. They're going to have him playing... He's going to be doing like a Denzel Washington biopic where he plays Denzel. It's like, we don't need him in everything. Try to pick people that look like... Okay. Benedict Cumberbatch. Okay, Benedict Clampersnatch looks exactly like Doctor Strange in the comic books. Just try to get somebody that looks like him. All right, let's see what Sundo sent.
I wish you could share your screen because this is diabolical.
I have to log into Facebook. I don't even know my...
I'm sending you Facebook Reels and you got to log into Facebook for it?
Well, I'm using my iPad, which I normally never use, you know. For the love of...
Oh my gosh, these bots, bro, are just diabolical. Burner doing his job? Excuse me? Excuse me, Burner.
Burner in existence?
In existence, bro.
Burner was he was at WWE.
Oh, word? Where at? Which one?
Was there one? Where were you, Burner?
Like, were you at a Raw, the pay-per-view?
I thought maybe he was at TNA.
Because the Double or Nothing. Okay. He
What's
was at
Double or
AEW.
Nothing?
AEW.
Okay.
AEW. He's at that garbage. No, I'm joking.
Mm.
You know, I'm really sad that Mariah May left AEW because, you know, unless she goes to WWE, but that was a big loss. Anna Jay better not leave either, or they're screwed. Oh my gosh, bro, dude.
Like, don't put a Minnesota jersey on the dog after we just saw you yesterday wearing a jersey for the other team. Like, what are we doing?
Exactly. Front runner. That's the definition of a front runner, bro.
I hope that dog bites his ear off during the next go round here. Yep, white mic, white headphones. He's really trying to prove a subconscious point to the viewers. The point is, if it ain't snowing, Sundo ain't going. And if it ain't white, it ain't right.
It ain't right.
Okay? And if you ever see Sundo with a black woman, just know that he's holding her for the police.
Wow.
That's Shannon Sharp's joke that he's said for years now, bro. That's his own self-proclaimed explanation of who he dates. You ask him who he dates, that's what he'll tell you. Ooh, we're going to get a little romp action.
So you're telling me that Michelle was a white woman?
I'm sure.
And that's why Michelle Beadle made sure to come out and say it wasn't her. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
What happened when the supposedly leaked or the accidental go live while he was, you know, railing somebody named Michelle. Michelle Beadle was like, just for the record, that's not me. But now that you said what you said and you just give me that information, now it makes sense why she felt like she needed to defend herself.
Yeah. Beetle used to be fine, bro.
Vision, I know I didn't get to finish it, so she'll. I think you Raw would cook. Like, I've come to the point that, like, Saturday night's main event, like, because they're forced to do those shows, they just do like very minimum to keep the story going, and then they just go back to the regular business. There's nothing on Saturday Night Live's main event that's going to be like groundbreaking. It's just going to be, you know, something that's going to force the story forward. And that's it. And then you just kind of got to take it. Because remember, potentially it's a new audience watching because it's on NBC and that's why they're doing it. And you just kind of got to just let it be like what it is. I would let Michelle Beadle do anything to me, literally.
What is she, like 55 now? She's getting up there in age.
Yeah, she is getting up there in age. I don't mean to judge, but she's definitely, it's showing a little bit.
You know.
It was her and Jennifer Nichols.
Rachel.
Did I say Jennifer?
Mm-hmm. Until Jimmy Buckets clapped those cheeks shut.
Yeah, Michelle Beadle would never.
Beadle age 49. 49. So, okay. I mean, you say that, but look, we went from this. Okay.
Okay.
Went from this to this.
See, Gabe, that's the problem. I find beauty in snob. And that's why I voted. And that's why I didn't vote against my interest. Because I find the inner beauty in everything.
You voted for a candidate While a female, her skin was the same color as your headphones and microphone.
What are you talking about?
And that's against your interest.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Jill Stein.
No.
You said, quote, I'm voting for Jill Stein because she's white as the driven snow.
I voted for Mala, bro. What are we talking about? Okay.
That's true. We both did. You know? I was so convinced by Tim Waltz, you know?
I'm gonna be real. I actually did like him. I did like him. But he was they also like picked him as like, you know.
Hey. Listen, he was there during Tiananmen Square. He laid down his life and was going to let a tank run over him. You know?
Son of the type of guy to get powdered donuts over chocolate because they taste better. First of all, I would never get powdered donuts or powdered anything because that's
whoa.
Yes, I said it.
You don't like them?
I said it. No, I hate it. They make such a mess, bro. I'm sorry. They make too much of a mess. I can't do it. Won't do it. Can't do it. Can't win with them.
I mean, you're going to get powdered sugar on 2 fingers at least.
Nah, bro. You get them over everything. Just like the other day, me and Mrs. Sundo, we were at the carnival and we got this thing called a cinnamon roll funnel cake. And bro, they caked that thing with powdered sugar and cinnamon, and it looked like we were cocaine addicts walking down the street. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. It was bad, bro. I don't do anything with powder, bro. Metro was right. No powder, nothing. Okay, no baby powder, definitely no baby oil because I ain't did nothing.
So you're saying you don't do baby powder, you do baby oil instead?
I don't do none of that
because you don't like. That's his reasoning.
Facts, Dusty B-side. Facts, Dusty. Facts. Crumb donuts over powdered donuts anytime by a mile for sure.
Crumb donuts? What the hell is a crumb donut?
It's just the donuts with the little crumb. It's on the outside. Facts. Crumb bum, shut up, burner.
I mean, you know. Damn, we getting some weather, some inclement weather.
You're getting inclement weather?
I think so.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't do coconut. I can't do coconut.
I don't do coconut. Nah. My name's Gabe, and I don't like the food of my people.
There's no good coconut donuts are. Nah.
You just suck, okay? Nah. You just suck.
I'll go glazed. Of course.
Yeah, I'm sure you love glazed. Okay. Other stuff glazed too.
Okay. I don't want glazed ditty nipples. You know?
Are you sure? Speaking of
I'm sure.
That whole conversation.
Don't ask what they're glazed with or how they're glazed, burner. Chocolate. Could definitely do. You know.
Romp's here.
Oh,
Romp's
shit.
Here. A real man's here. A real man's here.
You know he's probably wearing a wave cap right now.
Give me intro. Play his intro.
Donut. Do we have his intro? Oh, let's see if it works.
Can I ask what my intro is because I can't see it on playback?
It's not the really bad one. It's the Triple H one. Yeah, it's not the Kurt Angle one. Unfortunately,
I just want to bring out the point, Romp. And look, we can give each other crap because both of our teams are just not, doing well. Yeah. Except for y'all lucked into a good pick and we didn't.
We don't even have a pick to luck into.
Ever since that Triple H and Joel Embiid video, it's been all downhill since then. Just want to point that out for you guys.
Oh yeah, I mean, Sixers are poverty, pure poverty. So
ever since Triple H got out there doing the suck it,
Sue Storm's on the screen. You know, she reminds me of like a blonde. She reminds me of like a mix between Scarlet Witch.
Got a little Gwyneth Paltrow in her.
You think?
At least there. The pictures that I Googled, definitely not. But at least there is Susan Storm for sure.
I got a question for you two. What was ESPN thinking having their A team be Doris Burke and Rich Jefferson?
You know exactly what they were thinking, okay?
DEI.
Yeah, but Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson.
White man.
Mark Jackson.
Christian.
Gabe's just nailing it all. Gabe's just hitting it, giving you all the facts right now. All right. He's hitting you with all the facts right now, bro.
He's a black Christian male, so he might as well be a white male. Okay, too Christian.
Ooh, they got Doris in the middle.
She's the focal point, man. She's the one that knows the most about basketball, not Richard Jeff.
And then they got Bob Myers on halftime. Big Perk. Right.
You know who's a way better GM than Bob Myers? Way better.
Brian
Gregory. Okay? So I don't want to hear shit about Bob Myers until he's lived one day as great and as close to God as Brian Gregory has. Okay?
Got to answer that call. Because one big Oklahoma push, which we have seen, all of a sudden that 8 looks 15.
Mark
here
Jackson
we go.
Too, you know?
Turnovers, 13 Minnesota turnovers.
By the way, I should be at the gym right now getting my Tory Jones on.
You should be, bro. You can't be getting outdone by Tory J.
I should be practicing being more like Tory Jones.
Speaking of which, I can't wait for you and him to play one-on-one so we can dominate.
I mean, that will probably never happen, but it would be great.
I don't know. I've seen Tory play and I've seen you play. Okay.
He doesn't fly. He's like John Madden. He needs a bus to take him everywhere. Okay. And I have no reason to go to the Pacific Northwest right now. Except I've been thinking about joining Antifa, so maybe.
You know what, bro? I'm about to get Tory Jones. I'm about to get him a one-way bus ticket to Texas. Bust your ass.
Bus ticket. Get him on a Greyhound. Chat.
What would be your game plan versus Tory?
Shooting threes. And bully ball.
Now that might work, but Tory shoots better than you.
Tory just does everything better than me. Tory Jones blocked Peyton Pritchard. And Peyton Pritchard still hasn't recovered.
I know you're mocking.
Okay. I'm being serious.
I think Tory would take you. Okay.
He would beat Peyton Pritchard 1v1, but the league's not ready to have that conversation yet.
I think he got you on the stamina. I think you'd
Oh yeah.
That's why you gotta play the 5.
To 5.
That's why you gotta play 1-on-1 to 5, bro.
No, that's Sundo's game plan, Burner.
Oklahoma City 11 of 26 from 3.
Oh yeah, that's definitely my game plan, especially if they're like Suns Philly podcast versus.
You would start hacking before the game even started.
Bro, I'm talking Tanya Harding style. Somebody's knees is getting taken out before the game even starts. Okay. Tory Jones got to be Nancy Kerrigan. Why?
It is going to be an impossible shot.
He'd still manage to pull through. Oh man. So, how come Anthony Edwards only has 6 points? Romp.
Because apparently he got some old lady pregnant.
Wow. He did?
No,
Hear about that?
No. What?
Apparently got some older woman, that he was, but obviously she wasn't.
How
his
old are we
girlfriend.
talking here?
Older than him. Okay. 'Cause
Well,
that's what
he's
he
young.
likes. So she could have been in her 30s, whatever. Anyway, regardless, got her prego. And you know what he did? Boss move. Said, you know what? I'm going to give you this year. I'm going to give you a year, 18 years worth of child support in advance.
And she wasn't
Sign this
happy about
clause,
that. I saw
leave
that.
me alone.
No, they were playing like a box and one on him. But also, I feel like his ankle is kind of bothering him. Because they need him to like handle the ball 24/7, but I don't think he can. I don't think he has the stamina because you'll just see him randomly like off the ball, just like not moving, and he looks gassed out of his mind. So
I know that game.
they need
I've been there.
They need a real point guard. Like Mike Conley is doing his best, but
Probably a little too old too.
yeah, there's not enough. They need another avenue of offense besides Ant Edwards to open up the floor for him.
So you're saying that Michi Meech is real?
Because Julius Randle is reverting back to bum Randle.
Uh-oh.
Future son, Julius Randle.
God damn. Come on, Rudy, do something with the ball. Oh, damn. Gabe knows what I'm talking about. Gabe knows what I'm talking about.
Get her off the screen.
Is that brother and sister?
Right?
Whoa.
Get this.
Look
Get
at
this.
guy.
I mean, that's a Sundo-esque outfit, though. I can see
says,
Sundo in that.
Burner, that's a great question, but both.
MILFs with BB dubs. BB dub MILFs.
Okay.
Sundo likes his women. BBW.
That's what I got at home. See how I turned it? See how I turned it around? Because that's what I got at home.
I'm going to be honest. This crowd, too much
Whack.
white.
A little too
much
much.
white.
It's Minnesota, bro. What do you mean?
I mean, all I saw was white.
Because it's Minnesota.
That's Tim Walls' city. Tim Walls' state. A real American hero. I heard he was the guy who actually dropped the atomic bomb on Japan, bro.
Who?
Tim Walz.
Oh, absolutely.
He's got the experience to do the job, but Sundo wanted to vote for Trump and ruin it.
I mean, it's either that or Jill Stein. I mean, who's doing that? A real woman, Jill Stein. You know what I'm saying?
Finals. A 4-point game. Randle with the steal.
Randall with the steal.
3-on-1. Conley back for
What the what?
Dort trips up Conley.
Man.
That's going to be 4
Ant, that was terrible.
Dort's playing football out there.
Dude, I didn't realize Dort was such a terrible shooter.
Live ball turnovers. Those at the
He is bad.
Lou Dort is
bro.
everything that we wanted Ish Wainwright to be.
trying to defend a live ball.
I feel like
It
Ish
also-
would kill him in a 3-point contest.
Lou Dort's shot takes 20 years to go in the rim. He has so much arc.
Dort initially made a great play on a 3-on-1. But he'll sit down now. Conley, Rudy Gobert off the dribble.
Ooh! He went with a dunk? I thought he was going to try a layup and get it blocked. Wow.
SGA, come on, do the thing, do the thing, do the thing. There you go.
You're voting for OKC, Sundo?
We both are.
Yeah, we both are, bro.
Ugh.
Why do you want Minnesota?
Because I hate how...
Because of Tim Walz?
Because OKC has zero offense.
What are you
Just
talking about?
their whole team is, we get away with a great defensive
Let me
whistle.
guess, they cooked your Sixers a couple times.
No.
And now you want
because
retribution.
I think they get a very fortunate defensive whistle. And then offensively,
so what you're saying is they actually play defense in the NBA,
And you don't like it.
For it.
No, they dry hump on defense.
You just just wish it was you, bro. You just wish that Hartenstein would dry hump you on the block. That's what you wish, okay?
Hartenstein has it. Ball loose, picked up by Wallace.
I know they're a very physical team, but I don't. So I can't forgive Ant. I don't want to see Ant succeed after giving KD the DX suck it. Sorry.
See, Gabe's petty.
I would be a cuck. I would literally be a cuck if I was rooting for him. Yeah, you disrespected the fuck out of my team. I hope you win. Nah. Okay, I'm gonna crash out like blop blop.
Alex, what kind of question is that, bro? What are we talking about in the chat here? And then the answer from Blop Doggy's nuts.
I think these dudes need to go fap and then come back when they're done and wash their hands. All right. Caruso, steal.
Hey, I'm gonna send you this picture.
Get that shit out of here.
And
Jade McDaniels is so good.
This picture is so disrespectful, Gabe.
Okay.
Holy smokes.
What up, Inferno?
What great second effort to react.
Check your text message.
Pass, and he just can't get the possession.
That is so
disrespectful.
That's why Jacob
that is so disrespectful, bro.
You can't talk about AOC like that.
Yeah, first of all, no one need to know it was AOC. You're queen.
She's got socialist tigos, bro. How do you say no to that?
They're just arguing about whether or not they should reset
you
the
know?
clock to 24. Initially, it was at 16, but now they reset it.
Bro, I might not go get my Tory Jones on. This storm sounds crazy.
Hey, bro, be careful. You might have one of them naders down there.
Hope not.
I mean, it's
Shea
nader,
for
it's
three?
nader weather, bro. It's nader season.
And a loose ball foul against
You know what I mean? Yesterday was the anniversary of the Joplin tornado.
Romp Burner would like to know from you, Monster or Red Bull?
That's a great question.
Monster.
I mean, the answer's neither, but
the answer is neither. Thank you. Thank you.
The answer is neither. The answer is 2025. We've got way better options in today's society. So why are we even still going Monster and Red Bull?
Wow, they were
Grow
trying to
up.
set a flare.
Hey,
I'd
Kyle.
rather drink a 5-hour energy.
Calmly goes and collects it and makes a play.
Then there's more of a C4 and Celsius. I'll go those two.
Bro, you want to know what reckless young Gabe used to drink? No joke. No joke. And this is embarrassing. Okay, this
Code
is
Red, Mountain Dew.
even worse. Way worse than Code Red. Code Red was great.
Livewire.
Way worse than Livewire. Livewire's great.
Or Loco.
I've never had a Four Loco.
Were you like one of those Sparks guys that would like, what was those energy drinks with the alcohol in it?
No, never anything alcoholic. But if I was on a road trip and like needed energy drink to stay awake while driving,
5-hour energy.
Way worse. Think of the corniest shit. Think of the corniest energy drink on the market today and on the market in the past. Corny.
Prime.
Cornier.
Ghost.
Way cornier than Ghost. Old school. At gas stations.
Oh, Vault.
Cornier.
Oh my god. Rockstar, bro.
Double cornier than that. Are you kidding me?
Where are you going with this?
Nos. Nos. That's something that Metro would drink. Nos.
Layup, bang shot is good. Alexander Walker played him well, but Williams just better.
Brenner said he forgot about Nos. He's a gas station rhino pill. No.
I forgot all about NOS, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, NOS still exists, right?
It does. I saw it the other day, and I told Katie. She's like, "You're disgusting." I'm like, I don't know. It just looked like a strong energy drink.
Look at strong energy drink. Gabe like, yeah, I love fast.
Yeah,
and furious.
perfect.
NOS.
There we go.
NOS.
Exactly.
NOS. I drive a Dodge Charger. NOS.
Exactly. Might as well drink NOS.
That's back-to-back possessions for Rudy Gobert. He flipped the screen.
77-73 all of a sudden.
Right in the right place offensively.
Gobert's got 8 points already.
With no points basically from AE. Joe thought about a deep three, bro. Joe been getting to the rim. That's no good, though. J-Dub to Kaysen. Ugh. What kind of spacing is this?
Nice. Why don't you like Anthony Edwards? Because he sauced your team?
It's not that I don't like him or appreciate the way he plays.
Petty.
I just can't root for him because he told KD to suck it.
So you're just not rooting for him, but...
Yeah, I'm just not rooting for him. But I love his game. Love it.
In your prime, did you have that type of athleticism?
A little bit more, if I'm being honest. Okay, but you didn't hear that from me.
Big impact here in game 4. DiVincenzo, plenty of time. Hits a three.
Ooh.
Mrs. Sundo just texted me. She said, "What is going on in the chat?" I said, "I don't know. They are unhinged right now."
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a different rhythm when you got to be more efficient with just 25 minutes.
Alexander over.
Oh my God!
Edwards was right on top of him.
That's all. See, that's what Sundo would do to Torrey if Sundo was on offense, though. Little midi turnaround fadeaways. That's his. That's your white boy. That's your personal white savior.
That's my white. Yeah, facts. Future son Dante DiVincenzo.
I respect Shea and Alex Caruso and Kaysen Wallace. I don't like J-Dub.
Never a tap out shirt, but I did have a couple of affliction shirts.
Jesus.
Bro, everybody had affliction shirts. Everyone had them in Arizona.
Were you wearing Call of Duty shirts?
No. No, it was when I lived in AZ. And I didn't buy him. One of my roommates got arrested for fraud, and we ransacked his wardrobe because he went to jail. And he had a bunch of affliction shirts. They were clean. Yep, had some Ed Hardys. We yoinked those too. DC? What was DC? Like the shoes, like the skater. I might have had a DC shirt. I have a lot of Ruka shirts that I don't wear anymore. I skated. I wasn't great, but I could move around and get around. You know.
Did that dude get out of jail?
I think so, but I think he was in there for a while. DCs are comfortable shoes, man. It was not Diddy, though. No. It wasn't Son Diddy.
Why didn't you attend Streamers University, Gabe?
Good Lord, bro. I was telling them I want to put that in my Twitter blocked words that I don't have to see in my shit anymore. Like, I don't know who the fuck India Love is, but I don't give a fuck. I know that. And guess what Sundo still never watched?
Severance.
Never watched Severance.
He's literally in this show.
Even though he's the star of the show.
He's also in Fallout for a couple seconds.
He should definitely watch Fallout. So no, I didn't even play the Fallout. I didn't even play the games, and the show is an A+.
Sure it is.
It is, bro.
They got a drum.
There's some elite milk in it too. Main character is elite milk.
But yeah, well, real men watch The Last of Us because you support.
Oh yeah.
Characters.
Oh yeah. I would never not watch The Last of Us.
Oh,
Abby's my favorite character. Big fan of Abby.
Get these chicks off the screen for the love of God.
Wow, you racist.
That's crazy.
How is that racist?
That's crazy.
Wow, you racist, bro. That's crazy. Get these.
You know,
Now you have something to say.
They might as well just been Uncle Ruckus in that moment.
Why aren't you saying it now?
Yeah, get that.
Gabe
Well,
loves
but you got milk on the right, though.
Pink. Gabe loves the pink.
See, now they're finding some fine shits. You know, that's all I'm asking for here.
Game 2 by 26. Game 3, they were down by 45. That hasn't been a lot of close games in this series.
Good no call.
Yep. Now I'm not going to get into Antifa. Damn it.
Finds Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Caruso, hard drive inside. Stumbles. 4.5 to shoot.
How's that Thunderball?
Alexander Walker doing more than just making shots. Excellent discipline.
Alexander Walker is awesome.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's Thunderball.
He is doing things
Good
on
call.
both ends for this group.
He has become such a reliable defender.
Alex Wolf says, Sundo, watch Severance.
Wallace cuts to it, turn, shoots.
No way! Cason Wallace hits. Are you kidding me?
That's his 3rd field goal.
Why are you pissed?
I just didn't think he had that in his game. I didn't know he was so good until watching this series. I thought he was just like a deep bench player.
Nah, he doesn't have the confidence yet offensively, but he's going to develop it.
Nice tap out.
Another one.
Uh-oh.
Nah, he didn't get it all.
Yeah.
That shot clock violation.
I mean, I just have absolutely zero reason to wear a do-rag.
It wasn't just that first pickup point.
You know?
Everybody for
Yeah, you're
OKC
bald.
was well above the
You know?
line, and it was just
You wear a skull cap.
the entire possession.
I used to rock a skull cap.
What's this? Is a skull cap like what?
You put it under your football helmet.
Why? So where were you wearing a skull cap?
When I played
Under a
football.
helmet? Okay, just under. That's it.
And then sometimes I would wear it outside when my hair was long.
Cultural appropriation at its finest, people.
Well, Minnesota pissed that away.
They're only down 5.
Yeah, but
Nice pass. Nice pass! Wow. Man, he just ruined that. See, this is why the Suns wouldn't be able to play in the playoffs for very long, because teams get too many offensive rebounds, and we would have just given up the Guinness Book of World Records most offensive rebounds allowed. You know, they would have just stopped the game and said,
Hey.
all right, look.
Alex says we should make WWE content, which is true. Romp, you want in on the WWE content? Are you done? Are you
since when does
over it?
Gabe watch WWE?
Sir, I mean, he
I
watches
watch
old
the
stuff.
shit out of I watch
He watches
WWE
old
every day,
stuff.
but classic WWE.
He doesn't watch the new stuff, okay?
Well, the new stuff is
This-
sucking right now.
This morning I watched
Watch
Stone
your
Cold.
mouth!
This morning I watched Stone Cold versus Mr. Ass Billy Gunn.
I'm an ass man.
And of course he whooped his ass. That mealy mouth son of a bitch. Okay? It was good. But I totally saw Stone Cold tell him to cut him. And I don't know how they did it. I was trying to like figure out, because like you could tell he leans over and says something to Billy Gunn outside the ring, and then Billy Gunn scratches him in the eyes, and then all of a sudden he's bleeding out of like, you know, his eye area.
Coach, when I got here, I started getting scared. I started getting skives. And you get scared to death. And you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because I just found out Jonesboro's a dry county.
I love when he tells Will Sasso, who's doing the fake Stone Cold, the big fat fake Stone Cold. He smells him and he's like, "You don't even smell like beer." Pure alcoholic.
Standing screener, so you don't get
I just found out that we're in a dry county.
And I don't know much about
You know what?
history, but I know the French and German
You know
don't like
what?
one another. And Rudy says, bonjour.
I packed up Deborah, drove down to the liquor store,
What are you trying to start here?
went and got me some alcohol, more specifically beer, tequila,
What?
vodka,
What?
tequila,
What?
more whiskey,
What?
more beer.
What?
Big part of what was a sensational defensive effort and a travel call on Alexander Walker.
I hope the whole story between him and Miss Deborah is fabricated.
I don't think it's fabricated.
But it's just.
I'm sure he admitted to it too.
You think he admitted to it?
I mean, he alluded that he was not a good.
That doesn't mean that he ragdolled her.
Oh,
Chet!
Chet with a cram, bro.
But the spin move that sent Nas to the ground.
How about that for a man his size, a spin move like that?
Gabe and Rompus crime time. Exactly. Money.
Yeah. I got money. Yeah.
What a spin move from A&W Root Beer.
Hey, yo, Edwards, at some point, you want to join the party?
6 of 8 from the field.
Romp, I figured out exactly. Wow. I figured out exactly who Tory Jones is as a wrestler. Or a character, I should say.
Who is going to make the run?
And there's.
Fandango?
Who is that?
Fandango?
Oh!
Edwards almost. Corey is.
Corey's Cody Rhodes.
Don't you dare disrespect Cody Rhodes like that.
No, not Cody.
The American Nightmare, Tory Jones.
No.
It would be Nikhil, and we talk about being aggressive.
He is. What's his face?
Eric Bischoff.
He's Eric Bischoff. And if you don't understand why, you need to go back and watch some Bischoff stuff.
He would be a GM.
Mm-hmm.
Edwards trying to find some room.
Hated, but in charge. You know? Runs the show.
Why are you assuming the Tory, bro?
No, because he gets so much hate from people in the chat and people on Reddit. He has haters. Exactly. Eric as Kane. Oh my God, yes.
So watch here. Right here is the gather. So he's gathered going up. At this point in time, the referees can't decide, oh, was he going to pass it out or was he going to
Yeah, I ain't talking about WWE when they got R-Truth in the main event, Sundo. I'm going to be real.
R-Truth wasn't in the main event, so what are you talking about?
They didn't have him, John Cena in the main event?
No, that was not the main event match.
That's good. That's still
not an R-Truth fan.
I come up with an excuse now. I don't have an excuse no more.
I'm an heel. R-Truth was goated, and they wasted it.
Dude, R-Truth is great. Leave R-Truth alone, okay? People over there, what's up? Do you feel me?
Edwards looking, drives inside.
No way. Okay. I was like, he's not putting that up. Oh, rebound okay. Sizzle. Yeah, I think Eric could be the big show, but not AEW big show.
The big show.
Okay? Not AEW big show.
Have you checked out Prime TNA?
And that will end the third quarter.
No.
You want to
Really?
talk about skill work?
Prime TNA?
Prime TNA.
What is that?
It was goated. Perk Angle.
Wow. You know, his
definitely Jesse Ventura tried to start a union and then Hulk Hogan sold him out.
don't know. Why don't you tell me? No, man, you know, I would just want to be Kurt Angle.
Nah, I know exactly who you'd be.
Mm?
Caval.
Who the hell is Caval?
Cabal.
Sundo, do you think you could pull off Umaga? See, I don't really like the Umaga character. I feel like it's some racist shit, bro.
Look up Cabal, Gabe.
Bro was basically an animal, okay? He like
Is that not you, Gabe? Look up Cabal.
I'd be more of a Chris Masters.
The Shock Master. That's who Gabe is.
What's his name? Caval?
Kaval.
Hold on. Shit won't pull up. It pulled up some chick.
Oh, Gabe is the Shock Master. Look up the Shock Master, Gabe.
Bro, he looks like a fucking Strigori.
Who?
Caval.
Google, look up the Shock Master.
What a name, bro. What the hell? Why is he a stormtrooper? Bro, they really were just ripping off everything. They didn't even care. They were just plagiarizing the shit out of pop culture. And by they, I mean Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Sundo's actual biological father.
No, that's Romp's actual father.
Let's roll! Let's get it high!
That would be deep. That'd be a deep cut.
Target center! It's fourth quarter time! Time to get even! Let's go!
Something about doing shit like this, too, makes me want to see this team lose, because it'd be funny. They do all this during the timeout.
Time to electrify this game thanks to Invent. 12 minutes ago.
Where's all the fine shits? Get the camera off of this guy and off of him. The Knicks cameraman would never make these types of mistakes, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it was much more aggressive trying to get downhill when he had the ball. I think we did a better job of freeing him up, too, on some screens.
SGA, 29 points in the game. What do you have to do defensively in this fourth quarter to keep him from beating you?
Yeah, we just got to finish off with a little better contest. He's finding some angles to get some clean looks at the end of his drives.
All right, thank you, Coach. Mike.
All right, Lisa. Good start there for Minnesota. Naz Reid now 7 points off the bench. 43 bench points for Minnesota here in game 4. Shannon back in to start the fourth. Williams to Holmgren. Case and Wallace chased off the line. Kenrich Williams with 5 to
There's
shoot.
Torrey's hero, Kenrich Williams.
Lines up the three.
Boink!
Wow.
Oh my god.
What a freaking putback. He didn't even need to hurry it like that, and it still went in.
That's 17 offensive rebounds now for OKC. Alexander Walker tried that left-handed one again. Randall the rebound. Surrounded. Finds Shannon. Layup is.
Shit, dude. Shannon
reading
is
the Bible or
so
something,
nice.
something like that. Something like that, Burner. Reading the Bible.
Defensive end of the floor. Like I said, it's this little contact between the two guys. And
You were
Williams
reading more AOC
makes that
slander
right
is what you were reading.
And then Terrence Shannon Jr.
I would
love the
never,
young
ever,
player knowing
ever,
when to
ever,
cut.
ever, ever,
Sometimes young
ever
players can get on the court
slander
and it
that
looks like
lovely
things are moving
lady
really fast, but sometimes
who
you get guys
came
that
to my
have a few
picket
years of
line
experience in college, knows when to cut,
while we
knows when
were
to make
on
the right
strike,
play.
okay? She
Did
didn't do it
she?
for votes.
She didn't do it for votes, though, people. That's what it wasn't for.
I mean, she really couldn't because she doesn't represent our state. But she was there though. I didn't get to meet her, but she was there.
Feed me more. That's who WWE needs to bring back.
No, they do not.
I would want to be Kurt Angle number 1, number 2 Goldberg.
Ooh, shit, big 3.
Boy,
You want to be Goldberg?
SGA tonight. There is
Gilbert
zero hesitation
or
shooting the
Gilbert.
three, and neither in this series has
Don't be
shot
Randy
that
You could
well.
just call me Gabe Berg.
Wow.
That was nice.
A&W. Reverend Sundo and Deacon. No, Dudley Boys.
Batista really did have one of the low-key best physiques of all time in wrestling.
Low-key?
Do you think? I mean, is there who's better?
It's the pace in which Oklahoma
That's my point. You said low-key. There's no low-key about it. He was.
You think he
had
was number
probably
1?
He had one of the best. Him and
Big Papa Pump, Big Papa Pump.
No,
Big
Scott Steiner was just
Papa
freaking ridiculous
Pump.
looking.
I'm going to step into it with confidence, knocks it down.
Steiner.
2 for 3. Jalen Williams.
There's nothing finer than doing a 69er. He was mostly belligerent, you know?
Aggression and confidence.
That's one of my favorite promos of him and Bubba Ray. And Bubba Ray says something and he gets so freaking baffled he can't even finish his sentence. That's a big bad booty daddy.
So we got Steiner, Batista.
I'm the big bad booty daddy. Where are my freaks at?
Only his freaks can call him that.
If you hear me.
Dante for 3. No good. Nas to Shannon. Back over to DiVincenzo. Over to A&W. Wow.
Did you know he's cousins with Shay?
By the way,
his brain.
Did you know he's cousins
did you
with
know
Shay?
they're related?
They played 1v1
I
together.
don't know who's going to win this game, but whoever comes out, this is a character win for both teams. Whoever can pull this off. The way the game is playing.
Aren't you glad it's Richard Jefferson and Doris Burke? Who would be the dream team, you think?
What do you mean?
Dream team of what?
Announcers.
In WWE?
No, for this game, instead of Doris Burke.
For this game, dream team, like all time?
Just like, who available? Who should they have currently put into this?
I don't know, bro. I'm not a big fan of like any of the available people that they have now. If you're ever talking all time, go get me Marv Albert for sure.
Evan Harlan is the big.
Harlan's decent, yeah. Harlan's
White
good.
male. Next.
I said Marv Albert.
White male.
Like
Next.
you were talking about the hustle plays he's made.
I'm sorry that y'all got the game on lock. It's not my problem. We're the athletes. You talk about us. That's how it works.
This is such a difficult shot. You know, we talk about
I'm just saying we can't put him in that position. All right, we need to strip him of his privilege and give it to someone less privileged.
Never mind. I'm gonna be quiet.
That's a travel. That's a travel, and ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. I was gonna say, did he really make that?
That's at only 3 points.
Second efforts.
Imagine Booker T do a commentary for the WWE game. Oh my gosh. If Booker T did commentary for a WWE game, oh yeah. He'd be like Sylvie Cunningham. Yeah.
You know who has a crush on Sophie Cunningham?
Shucky ducky quack quack.
You know who admits to having a crush on Sophie Cunningham?
That's
everybody in the chat, me, you, and Rob. Okay.
And it just makes you that much more like him.
And Chet's just tracking the guy.
Who?
Your boy Whitlock. Yeah, boy. Whitlock loves Sophie Cunningham.
Of course, this Whitlock is a freaking weirdo.
That's what they want you to think.
In a simp.
That's what they want you to think.
Whitlock is a simp who thought that he had a shot.
That's what they want you to think. Okay? That's what they want you to think because he isn't a racial idolater like you.
And he stands for a biblical worldview. Shut up.
He's pretty cringe.
Mm.
I would watch a Sundo and Whitlock podcast.
Oh my gosh, dude, it would be the worst. It would be the worst thing ever, bro.
Stop hating on my boy.
Because then I would almost. I don't want to worry about it. Whitlock is not somebody who I want to be in the same camp with, even though we see eye to eye on like a lot of certain things.
He's just too
But I ain't talking to that man. That man's so weird.
I could smell him through the screen.
And yet you hung out with Diddy. What does that say?
Who did? Romp did?
You.
Me? Hang out with Diddy?
They don't call you the Sun Diddler for nothing.
First I heard of it.
The Sun Diddler. That's crazy.
Whitlock versus Sundo. Steel cage match. Oil bottles allowed, says Burner. No disqualification? We need a triple threat match with Sundo, Whitlock, and Diddy. Steel cage, triple threat, no disqualification, retirement match, shaved head stipulation. Okay? Yeah, Diddy is the special guest referee.
All right, well, this game's taking too long. I'm about to go. Gotta work tomorrow.
You think I want to watch the rest of this game?
This is not the Suns. I'm not vested. I don't need to stay up for this one.
Fake NBA fan.
Not fake NBA fan. Do you gotta wake up at 3:30 in the morning? No, didn't think so.
Sacrifice for Adam Silver.
You privileged whites over here. Right. That's right. Even you, Gabe, with your 80% or whatever you got going on over there.
99.9%.
80% clan, you know?
Actually, I don't even know if it's 80%. I'm pretty sure it's more like 50.
Definitely not 80% white. My skin's 100% white, but
definitely you got some 50% action going on in there.
You know? Because me and Diego share people. You know?
Successful challenge.
I'm done. All right, I'm heading out though.
All right,
time for bed ski, man. I'll catch y'all. Game tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Every week, basically, until the finals?
Pretty much every day, I think. I didn't see any off days.
Good. I'm glad the NBA did that. Remember that one year? What was the year where they kept freaking scheduling everything 5 days in advance? Like, that was stupid.
Yep.
Oh, the next game's not until January 35. Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing here?
All right, I'll catch up.
Later, man.
Alexander, I believe the call was on him. That's his fourth.
Poor Sundo.
Gotta wake up at 3 a.m.
He gets up at like 3:30.
And that's when you got to hit the glass.
Can you imagine?
I love to see Nas Reed. Yes,
You're probably already up.
But he is
Oh yeah.
Just playing
Yeah.
Rambo,
Usually I send him like at 4 a.m. I've already sent him a wrestling video, and he sends one back at like 4:30.
They stay this downsized.
Big free throws there for Nas Reed. 9 points 6 rebounds. One of the NBA's best 6 men.
Kaysen. Over to J-Dub. Who's the leading scorer for these guys right now? 21 for...
Yeah, I would say.
Nice feed. Caruso missed it, but a goaltend.
Yeah, Shea got... No. Oh, he's just not in the game right now. 26 for J-Dub. Holmgren with a quiet 17.
So when you play a small lineup, somebody still has to be in that dunker. Alex Caruso navigates the backside, gets open.
That might not have gone in.
Edwards to the rack. So nice. That's how Sundo would finish past Torrey. You know.
I think Sundo got the left-hand finish in his game.
That was a righty finish.
I know, but I'm just asking.
I don't know. But he's definitely got that level of athleticism. Damn, Shea. Ice and veins.
There's no rush. I'm going to get to my spot because I'm 6'6" and I can rise up.
Oh my God, dude. Dolphin diving. Refs are so stupid, man. He does that every time.
Let's see this.
Woo!
That's the right call. There's not much there. But watch Shea walk. He navigates his player walk. He's walking there. He's walking there.
He's walking! He's walking! Hey, I'm walking over here! Like, we get it.
He's back over 30 again.
If this stream cuts out, folks, it's because the thunder and the lightning. It's getting crazy over here. That was loud as shit. I could hear it through my headphones.
And for SGA, his 8th assist, Doris.
The man is the MVP for a reason, Mike. He has been under control. He sees the challenge. Nas does
He's
a great
walking.
job. He was not on.
He's like, that's the best Richard Jefferson can do. He's walking! Look at him! Look at him! I swear to God, he's walking! We get it.
Is he walking?
He's just, he's going to walk him over here to where his cousin is. That's his cousin. And he's walking, and there's his cousin.
They grew up together.
They knew each other before the game started. Throughout childhood.
Is that Rizzler?
I mean, that's the Rizzler future. Okay. That's what the Rizzler's going to look like at some point.
He's into it.
Bro, the Rizzler's going to die, unfortunately, before he's 20. He is so, like, imagine being, what is he, like 12 years old at most, and you're morbidly obese, but you're celebrated for it. Like, the world is telling you, yes, what you're doing is awesome, okay? You're awesome. You're the Rizzler. Don't change a thing.
Like, I don't think he could have a skinny arc.
What's his motivation? What's your motivation to put down the chicken bakes? Okay?
How old is that kid?
Can't be over 13, 14 years old. Maybe at this point.
He's got a nice streaming career ahead of him.
And already behind him, I'm sure. He's probably cooking. He's no Tory Jones, but I'm sure he's cooking.
I mean, he'll get taller.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll help him out.
Wow. Perhaps. It's a clean-ass T-Wolves logo. They shouldn't have went away from it. Like, look at that jersey. That jersey sucks. One of my pet peeves is the NBA changing jerseys every year.
Money.
Yeah, but it's like... I don't want to buy a jersey that's going to be defunct in a year.
For the AT&T connected cam, Richard.
And those are always the coolest ones. Like you guys had it, that white one you guys had with like the all the colors on it, you know what I'm talking about? That one was sick.
We kept it for 2 years. Like you guys kept the
Valley
one.
Yeah, when they're that good, they'll keep them for an extra year, but
Block shot. Contesting a lot of other shots as well. His three-pointer that he just hit was changed to a 2 during that timeout. The toe just right on the line. So now he has 19 points and a lead is 7. Still plenty of time.
did you know he's Shea's cousin, the guy that just passed?
Nah.
Pick and roll with Anthony Edwards over to Shea's cousin, by the way. Whoa, Shea just fell. He bumped into his cousin.
Is that on Shea because that's 5, or is that going the other way?
It's on Edwards. Second foul on Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, they're cousins.
You don't like it, but that's just the call. It was an accident. He didn't mean to knock him off, but it doesn't give the defender an opportunity
J-Dub
to contest the ball.
That's the 21st turnover.
Keeps it.
Minnesota. Back into the hands of
Over to your boy Gilgis.
Shot clock down to 8.
Guarded by his cousin. This is his cousin.
Up top, Holmgren.
Wait, is it his uncle or is his cousin? How does that shit get that open?
Because they didn't get the rebound.
Bro! So you make it even worse by not defending?
Dort fighting. Edwards.
AE shoots. Wow. Damn, they needed that.
Holmgren right in his face.
Damn.
First three-pointer of the night.
They can't get a stop, though. Oh, his cousin.
SGA the drive, the finish. Can't get it.
Oh, his cousin.
Alexander Walker.
What's he doing?
Cousin with the ball. Hey, like the bear. Just call him cousin.
Cousin.
Keep talking about this was the most
Does he have a name?
three-point shooter in the league this year.
Did you watch all of season 2?
Shot with
I think it was season 3, but yeah.
There's 3 seasons out?
Yeah, I watched the most
Oh yeah.
recent one.
I haven't
hated
finished
it.
3. I haven't finished 3.
People
Yeah.
were criticizing it. I liked it, but
Caruso back in. Wallace sits down. DiVincenzo wide open.
Chenzo 3. It looks good. It is good.
I mean, they gotta stop this fake comeback. They gotta actually take the lead at some point.
For much of this series, it's been a
They keep getting there, and then they're like, ah!
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that cousins are defending each other right now?
Oh my God! The cousin just drew an offensive foul.
That was either he sold that perfectly, or what I'm saying is I believe that was a foul.
Yeah,
Let's see.
26% from 3. But every series
They didn't show it because why would ESPN do that?
They're busy queuing up the next cousin graphic. Oh my God, that would have been filthy, dude.
So many in and outs for Minnesota. Yeah, this is going in.
More
I
in
would
and
double.
outs than a burner dream about Sundo.
I would double.
Are you freaking joking?
They just
I mean,
don't
I know
double.
Torrey Jones can do that, but I didn't know Shea could do that.
Oh, his cousin has the rock, though.
Half the shots that he throws up are good every single night.
Gobert gets free.
Oh,
Kicks it
God.
out.
McDaniels corner 3. We got a good ending on our hands here.
Just make Lou Dort shoot.
15 more threes for the Timberwolves.
My God, stop letting Shea cook. Not Chet. Well, if he's gonna dribble.
What a pass! Wow.
Falling asleep off ball.
Caruso lurking on the baseline again.
Edwards.
Kicks it out in the corner. Alexander Walker.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, they blew it.
SGA guarded by McDaniels. 6'9" and long arms. Williams trying to set a screen. Now
Let him ISO.
First Gobert. Did Gobert just kick his feet out? If this hits, bro, a nutmeg assist after he split his own groin in two.
Hey, Rudy was trying out there.
He keeps that left pivot foot down.
He did not travel.
He didn't.
Is good. And so is that three.
Wow.
J-Dub. Watch it. He puts that pivot foot down. Keeps it.
He did not.
The wickets, the 5-hole. For the three. Look, he's watching it the whole way.
The reason the Suns wouldn't do this, Burner, is because they would have been eliminated in 3 games already. Alex Sundo had to go to bed. Hardest working man in America, am I right? Yeah, Burner, like those classic jerseys are great. Classic jerseys are probably the only safe ones to buy. Because if not, you end up like a cuck like me with a Mikal Bridges Suns jersey in your closet.
What are you going to do with that?
Just hope that he comes back to the Suns at some point so I can bust it out like I always knew. See? Look at what a real fan I am! Give me likes and retweets!
There's three-point shooters wide open. Those are dagger threes.
A critical time right now in this critical game. OKC trying to take a 3-1 commanding lead. Minnesota desperate to tie it up. Right now they trail by 7.
Dort would go 10 for 10 from 3 versus the Suns and look like fucking Steph Curry. Because we'd leave him wide open.
They're putting a small on Rudy Gobert, so whenever he comes up to set a screen, it's a simple switch. Dort.
By the way, just a suggestion, all right? Don't freak out. I know you're a PGA man, but I've been playing more 7 Days to Die. Not bad. Not bad. Zombie game.
Which one's that?
So you
They were wondering if they should review that. They did a good
get a
job
base,
reviewing
and for 7 days you loot and do what's it called? You loot and do bounties. And then on the 7th day, you get overwhelmed by like waves and waves and waves of zombies. And so you have to like stash.
Once again against his cousin.
Whoa, was that his cousin? Is that the first time a cousin's ever fouled a cousin?
Do they have a challenge?
That's true, Burner. But like, who's wearing 25 for us right now? It's not really a flexible jersey.
And I use a challenge, and you fouled a player. Oh, there's a
Blop blop like 7 days.
That's going in the pot. I'm keeping the percentages on how many times you're right, because every player is saying review it, Mike.
You had to like how adamant he was that it was a clean block. Free throw is
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Ermagerd.
Please join the NBA family in recognizing the
Darkness Fails mod? Darkness Falls mod? Is that for 7 days?
the families as Gildas Alexander hits 2 free throws.
Burner, that is true.
35.
Oh no, step cousin, I fouled you.
Head down, drives inside, kicks it out.
DiVincenzo for 3, Vincenzo! 114, 118. Man.
Just don't guard Lou Dort and just live with it, you know?
Like the old Josh Okogie trick.
Yeah.
J-Dub! That's...
Why do they got J-Dub looking like Kobe?
Looking like Kobe is right.
Last series against Denver, he was looking like I don't even know who. Ish Wainwright.
I'm shocked McDaniels didn't shoot that too.
Get it out.
Careful. Get the ball back to Edwards. Wow!
What?
That's his cousin!
Beautiful move, Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
They're begging for a stop.
Wow.
The
He just said, but the cousin is cooking. But the cousin is cooking.
You think he deserves his own name? He has 20 points.
Pretty fucked up. J-Dub, corner 3.
Oh, my goodness. Let's help off J-Dub.
Wow.
It's over.
What happens with that mod? Blop.
Still a little hope.
What are you doing flopping in front of me, step cousin?
Continuing the direct traffic. Look, he's wasting time. He's trying to go as late in the shot clock as possible.
I think Cousin got stopping him.
Burner, how about a Twister stream?
Ooh.
There's their stop.
Quick. He's gonna go quick.
No, he's got Caruso goat on him. Oh my God, that's a clean block.
Don't foul.
And a foul. Alexander Walker. What a sensational block from Tim Holmgren, who look absolutely gassed right now.
But how about the mobility of the 7-footer? That's a spin move. It looks like he's lost his balance. The ability at that size to
Yeah, that's a block.
not have that hit window first. Folks, you are
Chet
looking at
is a dog.
big-time shot blocker.
That was a foul to give, so now the next one will put them in the penalty. With 35.3 seconds remaining. Caruso, Holmgren, Dort, Williams, and Gilgeous-Alexander.
Blop, if you want to go through another run through of 7 days, let me know. You can join my world. This world. I don't have the difficulty up very much because I'm getting used to the game.
Hit a three.
Edwards puts up a 3.
Oh, what a stoink. Hey! Oh my God, foul. Foul, your cousin.
Double.
Foul your step. Oh, so we could have done that 8 seconds ago.
He got all ball too.
Take over, will you? I need to pee real quick. All this cousin talk.
Oh, this cousin.
Everybody out there on the floor right now looks absolutely exhausted.
2 at the line.
Should be.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, Mike. If you're not exhausted,
I'm feeling it in and out.
An Eastern Conference playoff game or Western Conference, you are not doing what you're supposed to do out there on that court.
Suns fan, you. Sundo went to bed because he got work tomorrow.
Sinks the first. Makes it a 3-point game. This one crucial as Julius Randle is going to come back in. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, an 85% career free throw shooter.
Minnesota has 2 timeouts.
Does he have it in him?
So if he makes it, do you use one to advance it?
I would say yes, because 14 seconds is not a lot of time. You can't waste much, and here it comes.
Those are 2 of the biggest free throws of his career. Nails them both. Minnesota ball down 4, 14-5 remaining.
Burner. You gotta chill out.
Is he jelking?
He's talking about his mom.
No.
Yeah, I don't.
No.
Blop wants to join your 7 days.
Maybe we get Romp. I don't know. He's a PGA
PC.
It's crossplay. Anything can play it. That's the thing. Like State of Decay, which 7 days is more popular. It has a bigger player base even than State of Decay. But yeah, you can. It's also that's probably why it has a bigger player base because it's crossplay. My bathroom is like the closest room to this room, so it doesn't take me long to get there, okay? Does that help?
Minnesota ball, 14.5 remaining. They still have a timeout remaining. OKC has a foul to give.
Have you gone pro yet in PGA Tour?
Nah, I haven't really been playing that much.
Really?
But it's a really good game.
You playing real golf more?
I played last week. Struggled bad.
Alexander Walker now. Williams guarding the inbound.
Telling me starting to play at the age of 22 isn't as easy as it seems?
Looking for DiVincenzo. He was open, couldn't get it to
This got to be 5 seconds.
Seriously.
That was like
That's
20
too
points.
easy.
With 9.9 remaining and a timeout by OKC. Their lead cut to 2. We'll take a quick timeout. Thunderball when we return.
Oh, man. After this game, romp. Run
7
into
days.
Run into my fridge.
Running.
Yep. Grabbing my pre-drink, popping it that I already made, popping it into my backpack, grabbing a pair of books, heading to the gym.
Books.
Yeah, Devin Booker shoes. Some
Oh,
book
I thought
ones.
you meant like actual book.
God, no.
I
Never.
thought you're like LeBron.
And then I'm going to the gym where I'm going to practice my Tory Jones moves.
Still playing?
Yeah. We have a group of guys that plays every Monday and Wednesday from 9 p.m. to midnight. It's awesome.
It's a good time.
So fun, dude. And there's usually 10 or less people. So you either get to play 5s or just 4s or 3s half court, but there's no like sitting. You never have to sit after a loss. So you just get to play constantly.
Does the mood of your day depend on how you do?
No, not at all. It's just a very fun, chill time where you get a lot of cardio and a lot of reps. We had to call timeout. I was about to say. None of them are Suns fans either. We got some Lakers fans, some Mavs fans. You know,
Is it 4v4?
rock or 5s if we have it. But they never want to go full court 4s, so I hate when we only have 4s. So I want that full court action. I need the cardio. If I'm ever going to be half as good as Tory Jones, I'm going to need cardio.
I like 3v3 the best.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's the best form of basketball. Half court. So
What
much
do you-
space.
There's a lot of space. It's just so much easier.
It's fun.
It's easier. Is that why it's more fun?
No, I think
Because I feel like when I'm scoring in 5s, if I'm scoring in 5s, that feels like I'm doing more. That feels like I'm accomplishing something more.
No, I think it's nostalgia too, because I used to play in a 3v3 league every summer. And it was so fun.
Dude, I used to do Hoop It Up growing up. That was the highlight of every year for me was Hoop It Up.
And Jalen Williams.
3v3 tournament.
A lot more pressure on the inbounder. I'd rather than turn it over in a tough spot, eat it.
All right, guys. Almost the last. Oh. Insta foul. Smart. Yeah, it's smart.
His cousin wasn't on him.
Yeah, but his cousin wasn't there. That's what was confusing me.
Trust in his defense, his pressure, and you want to foul right away because you want to have enough time. But Minnesota's
Give
got
us
1
1 minute.
You would play. So, Dusty, rather than playing 3s, you would just play 21. That's insane. Just play 3s. 3s is fun.
Again, 2 of the biggest free throws of his career.
21 with 6 people.
This one critical to make
That's
it
insane,
4-point
bro.
game.
That is insane. I played 21 with 3 people.
Yeah.
3 people last Wednesday.
That's also.
And I convinced them to play tips because we were trying to make it end faster. It was so fun.
Oh!
Wow.
They're gonna
Wow.
do that. By the way,
down 3 with
They gotta eliminate fouling up too. Like it's just pussy, you know?
10 for 11 before that
Yeah.
free throw. So Minnesota needs
Just
a
play
3
straight
to
up.
tie and send it to overtime.
That's what I'm trying to say, Burner, basically. What did you think tips, man?
So we have 50, not 21. I don't think it's much.
I'm thinking here.
You see both teams.
I'm trying not to lash out at you.
Remember, when
No,
you're
you,
out of timeouts,
yeah, you
can't
score,
challenge anything
and then you
if
go to
there's
the
a
free throw line,
controversial
get 2
play.
free
There's
throws.
still 8.4 remaining. Minnesota will
If you
advance
miss,
the ball to the front court.
live
What do you
action.
expect from them?
Once you get to 50, you have 3 1v1 chances, or you have 3 challenges. You can challenge someone.
Start over. I'm so confused.
Everything is 5 points.
So if I hit a layup, it's 5 points.
Everything is 5 points, and then you go to the free throw line. That's 5 points.
So there's absolutely no incentive to shoot threes.
Well, you're gonna have 2 people on you.
Again, the Denver series,
It's not like you're gonna get free layup if you want to drive every time you can, but it's gonna be tough.
DiVincenzo inbounding, gets it to Nas, insta foul.
What losers! That's why I hate this team.
About a half second.
What? Because they're playing the right way.
Ah, just fouling up 3. Come on, let's have some fun. Think about the viewers.
Burner, it's a Nebraska Cornhuskers-esque Yeti with a Yeti top. All right?
And why would they do the same?
And here comes Hartenstein.
So it's 7.2 remaining. Boy, they didn't waste any time. Reed's going to go to the free throw line, down 3.
Is Reed their best free throw shooter?
So is it too early to make one and then try and miss and get the rebound?
I think it is too early because with 7 seconds, you have plenty of time to get the ball up the floor and get a good shot. But like I said, it gets a little dicey on those catch and shoots. When you're trying to foul, they fouled immediately, and I like that from OKC.
Dort fouls out. Reed 2 for 2 from the line tonight. Calmly sinks that one.
Slaps that one.
Point game. Gobert's going to come in. Let's see what the
I hope
strategy
they turn it over.
Chris Finch is.
Are they gonna miss on purpose?
Yeah, can I explain to you the real rules of 21? American rules of 21?
It's the same thing. Same idea.
Wow. Everything inside is a 1. Threes are 2s. After you score, you get 3 threes.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Up to 3 threes.
Same thing.
Then you have to check if you hit 3 in a row. If you
you're too wrapped up in everything being 5 points.
If you get to 20, then your free throw becomes a half-court shot. So you're better off.
Stupid.
You're better off. Just stop missing on purpose on 19 so that you can hit another 2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's American basketball, all right? Shea hits.
Maybe even before he gets past half court, after half court, it gets dicey.
Tell me these teams are out of timeouts.
Did you ever play the shooting game 56?
What is it with 50s and Philadelphia people?
So you get two shots at the elbow. I kind of forget it, but I'm going to try to explain it. And if you make both, you can keep shooting. Honestly, I forget, but yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a fun game.
6 seconds. Edwards gonna have to. I see what you're saying about for the health of the game. That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Like they just ruined the crazy ending potentially.
Right.
Because it's a smart thing to do. Who cares? It's not the fun thing to do. That's the problem.
It's not the exciting thing to do.
It's all about the smart thing to do. No, let's have some fun.
4 of 5, just 15 points tonight.
It'd be an interesting rule change, man.
And Now you see Gobert coming in.
You could just give it a name like take foul or transition foul, like something in that vein of like, you know.
You can't take foul, but you can intentionally foul at the end of the game. That makes sense.
Or just add it into a take foul. Say in the last minute of a game, it becomes a take foul.
Or how about teams just have some balls and be like, we're going to get a stop.
No,
like
fuck having balls. I want to win, to be honest. I'd sacrifice my balls for a win.
No, because OKC they lost in the first round doing this bullshit. Now we got fucking Shea flopping on the ground like a dummy.
But it was...
Right now, the officials are gonna.
They got to look at the clock, bro.
If I was a ref, I would just tee OKC up right now.
Yo, 63 watching. Thanks for coming in to the end of the game, guys. Hit the like, please. What up, Jeff F? What up, Jeff F?
1 second left to go. You can't get off a shot with .1.
We'll be back tomorrow, too. Hopefully, Sundo will be here again.
You throw it at the rim, and a tip can do it, but that's the only thing. You can't catch and shoot.
And there's
Did you know Timothée Chalamet is a Knicks fan?
Yep. Dan, they're going to give him 0.6 seconds.
I think the Timberwolves tipped it, though, to be honest.
That's what Hartenstein was complaining about to the referees.
Well, the ball was certainly going out of bounds, but...
What a fun way to end a great game, you know?
They have not putting any time back on the clock. It just says 1/10 of a second.
He said rebounds are -3 points.
Why didn't they add time? It's like not hard to...
They probably didn't do an official replay, did they? Was that an official replay?
You're telling me in the year 2025, we can't have someone synced up in an earpiece telling the refs, yo, add some time. It's 2025.
You're really focused on the year, aren't you?
We're supposed to be advanced.
They gave him 3?
The dude caught the ball with .6. Would they take some time off because they're like, oh, if it touched the ground, it would have been more. You can get a shot off with .3. You just got to, like, tip it.
Throws it inside.
Giggity, 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 giggity.
Rebounds from a 42-point loss and takes a commanding 3-1
Yeah,
lead
East
in
Metro, and it's his cousin, and it's 2025. All right.
The first close game of the series.
Everything should be worth 5 points.
Yeah. Every game should be first to 50 by 5s. Okay? That's what we do in Philly. Does anybody care about Philly ball?
Game 3.
You think they can come back in this series? Or you think it's Jover?
After all the things that they've been through,
nah, OKC, like, they got confidence versus Minnesota. Last series, J-Dub was playing like, not J-Dub, J-L, J-Lub. He was like J-Lub.
J-Lilliams?
But now he's like Michael Jordan, you know? It's kind of like Suns version. It's like, it feels like Dallas versus Phoenix, and OKC is Dallas.
Except,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Except
it just feels like
the Mavs put the
OKC
40-point
like,
beat down.
We got
on
a bigger
them.
dong than you.
That's what you think it is.
Meanwhile, Minnesota's like, we got a small dong. And we got a cousin. We don't have the...
we don't have the good cousin.
Yeah, we don't. We got a cousin.
We got the secondary cousin.
Why does he talk like this, by the way?
What? How does he talk?
The character that those two guys have, they deserve these moments, and they're stepping into them with full confidence and taking advantage of them, and I'm nothing but proud of these two.
How were you able to keep your cousin from beating you guys?
How are you able to keep your cousin from beating you? We have to mention the cousin. We have to mention the cousin.
B, C, and D guys get off.
Get her out of here, bro.
I feel like ESPN's marketing is like, how can we piss off people the most?
It's not that.
I think it is.
Cousin. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't think there's any cousins playing tomorrow. I'll take a look-ski, Alex. I'll look after this. Well, Romp, appreciate you coming through. Come hang out tomorrow if you got time. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And think about 7 days.
Did you know Timothée Chalamet is going to be at the game tomorrow?
Don't give Chalamet a hard time. All right? Try to relax on Chalamet.
I don't need to see him on my screen when I'm watching basketball. That's all I'm saying. Save it for Dune.
I also don't understand why he's dressing like a young Guy Fieri. You know?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, folks, see you tomorrow. Hopefully Sundo doesn't front run too much, but it is Sundo. I guess what are we doing? What's our new outro is a little different. It's Wolves suck. 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 Did we mention he's a cousin?